Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm gonna do. You know what? Let me tell you this off the screen. I'm gonna do a whole show on this. But what do you want to
Please.
touch on, bro? Because I was gonna go back to Camden
No,
University.
I'm saying I mean, the whole Black Egypt thing is a very interesting topic, and
What is the argument? Break it down for the people right here who don't know. You got 200,000 people watching.
I'm streaming from my channel too, Reggie.
Oh, okay, all
Garfield.
right, okay. Do your
Right.
thing. Do your thing. Do your thing.
So the conversation is showing the community whether they can actually handle academic rigor and scientific literacy. I know that's always been my goal, to put us in that space where we can compete, right? The same thing that Shikant Diop's fought to do, and Dr. Ben and the Scouts, they actually fought to do that. And it is what it is. And so now we sit in a space where we can evaluate the information. We can evaluate maybe the 150 years of Egyptology from the 1700s when Napoleon first crashed into Egypt. And we understand the conversations that was had. We understand that he brought a scientific committee with him. And anybody that's well versed on the subject clearly understands that. In the 1700s, there was no theory on skin color, and there was no theory on biological organisms. So that's pre Darwin, right? That's pre
Hold on one second. Hold on one second.
Dabrowski.
Hold on. Brother Law, it says you got something a bug in your system, bro. You got a bug in your system. So check that out and then jump back on. I didn't kick you off. That they kicked you off. They kicked you off themselves. Go ahead, brother.
So those tools weren't on the table. You had Europeans going into Africa calling it the dark continent. And that was actually a misnomer. They did not understand the diversity. So when they seen people in Morocco and different places that wasn't dark skinned, right, they automatically felt like these people were actually invaders. And they played that whole invasion game all through Egyptology. But you can actually watch the conversation. You can watch it all the way up to 1974. You can watch it all the way up to 2023. Anybody that does not have the ability to give you that conversation, right, they scamming. Reggie is an official scammer. He's scamming your intellectual property between your head. There's not even supposed to be a fight between me and him on this subject. The reason there's a fight because one of us is a fucking pseudo, right? One of us really don't care about our people. One of us is outright dangerous to the community. We're going to figure out who dangerous and who not. We're going to figure out who has broken away from the grand master teachers, right? Who has actually went with academia and who is trying to fool you for some unknown reason. I don't understand the Garfield. Yo, the ridicule you get is outrageous, right? I can take it. I relish in being the bad guy against ignorance. I relish with that. But what I didn't expect Reggie to go this route. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you go so hard against a person that you start making all kind of mistakes, right? So this is what I know. I would like to take the example of Ali Muhammad, right? Ali Muhammad is a pseudo. Now, why is Ali Muhammad a pseudo? Because first of all, he's not what he claims to be. He claims to hate white people. White people aren't humans. They come from the monkey. He do all that, right? And he hates real academia, but yet he uses the title doctor. He's not a doctor in any academic field, and he's not a medical doctor. So if he hates these white people that actually came up with these titles, then why does he use these titles? I'm giving you something very easy so you can pick up. There's a reason why he uses the title doctor, because he knows with that title doctor comes prestige, comes influence, comes credibility. But he claims to hate the people that develop the fields. Instead of getting into the field, instead of becoming a doctor, then showing them how they wrong, because that's the only place you can really do it, right? He stands on the outskirts of pseudo. He's a pseudo, and he stands on the outskirts. But wait a minute, what does that have to do with Reggie? Ali Muhammad has his own idea on what it is outside of academia. He does not go with the consensus. He does not accept evolution or anything, but he uses all evolutionary terms. Why use evolutionary terms? How does Reggie get into this? Reggie does the exact same thing. All the sources that Reggie uses does not confirm or even agree with anything he's saying. When I say anything, I'm being facetious. I'm simply saying there's a couple of things on the table, Garfield. There's a population replacement on the table, okay, where a population is replaced, it reduced to nothing. That's definitely on the table, okay. The Black Egyptians is on the table. You know what I'm saying? What is a Black Egyptian? What is meant by that? What's the difference between a Black Egyptian and a white Egyptian? What's the difference between a person saying Egyptians are white, right, and Egyptians are black? What's the difference there? Reggie reaches his own conclusions by using the magic meta nature. Same thing Ali does. He reaches his own conclusions. And if you're not dedicated to the study, you think they got you. Same with Ali. If you're not dedicated to the study of biological, why biological organisms evolve on planet Earth and are diverse. If you have not done that study, he can say anything like devolution. Anybody that studies evolution know that's an outdated term, right? That's not real. Nothing devolves. Nothing goes backwards. Not true. Evolution has no direction. Reggie know that the fact that he can go in the meta nature and find some words talking about black people have whatever he think it is, he knows it's more to it than that. But since you can't use meta nature, they hit you upside the head with it. You can't read. How do you know? I'm excited, bitch. He do all of that. He's throwing you away from the subject. The subject is very clear. Has the Nile Valley population been replaced? Invasion does not mean replaced. Invasion does not mean replace. Invasion means invasion. What is an invasion? An invasion what occurs when an army of people invade a country, take siege of the country, take control of the leadership group, and invade. Colonize. What does colonize mean? You had the British colonies all over the world. None of these things mean that all the fucking British ran their ass to this place and all the British ran it. It doesn't mean that, right? It simply means they invaded and they colonized. Even in Africa, they colonized West Africa, but they didn't displace the population. So no matter what type of invasion you talked about going to Egypt, they know this. They know. Smash know it. Reggie know that an invasion doesn't mean replacement. Let me give you an idea, right, of a population that was destroyed, literally. When they came to America, it's a thing called the Columbian Exchange. Had a conversation about that earlier. What was the Columbian Exchange? Well, the Columbian Exchange was the exchange of plants, disease, you know what I'm saying, and other things with the Native Americans. What happened to that population? The population literally got wiped out based off disease. That's what happened, right? And another population came in, but you can still see the Native Americans dead up, right? But the population got reduced based off disease, based off of a lot of things. That's what they're trying to say happened to the Nile Valley. No problem. No problem. But all we're asking for, without the fighting and hating each other and disrespect is, can you just give us that? How can I right now show you how the Native American population got totally reduced down to the type of numbers that Reggie was talking about? And how can I give you the clear reasons by simply looking it up on Wikipedia or any encyclopedia of worth? There's pure scholarship on it. The smallpox, right? When I say the exchange of disease, right? Quote unquote syphilis. The Native American population gave those Europeans syphilis. Europeans gave them smallpox. We talk about the differences in immune systems. The Native American population had New World immunity, meaning they had not had chance to tap into the old world diseases, so their immune system wasn't ready. And everybody that understands the conversation about virology and immunology understands clearly what I'm saying. But what Reggie them cannot do, they'll grab a source here, they'll grab invasion here, and invasion does not mean you have replaced the population. It does not. It means you have invaded a place, and people invade. Bush and them invaded Iraq, and you know what I'm saying. But they didn't go there and take out the population. You can go to Iraq right now, the population is still the same. So invasions does not mean what they saying it means. It does not mean that. So the fact that they keep saying that is very interesting to me. And the fact that you would even remotely think that the ancient population would directly look the same 4,000, 2,000 years later is wild too. There's a lot of things that got to go into play. There's different things that have been developed by humanity, right? We can clearly look up that the Egyptians, right? They were naked until the age of about what 12, 13, right? They walked around like that, right? So now their body has to be fortified, stopping the sun. Clothes that we got on right now stop the harmful UVA rays. There's a lot of things going to place. You know what? They all betting, right? Did you saying, you hate black people? They betting that you will accept the fact that I hate black people. What they not betting on is I don't give a fuck. I don't care about how you feel about me. Because I ain't here to have feelings. I'm here to make sure that what happened to us will not happen to us again. Where the population won't get enslaved, right? Socially, mentally, spiritually. What I mean by spiritually, I'm just saying understand who the hell you is. Always been a spiritual dynamic. Like just knowing who you are and why you here, yo, is a part that they stole from us. And I'm here to make sure that don't happen again. Because there are tools that are developed. So Reggie them can't prove nothing they say. All
Okay.
they got is a pseudo army running their mouth. Reggie is not qualified to do none of this. Reggie, you playing. Reggie, and you know you picked the wrong fight for no reason, Reggie. We just had
No.
general conversations, but
Can
you
I
picked the
talk for a few
wrong, you
seconds?
picked the wrong fight, Reggie, and you disrespectful.
Can I talk for a few
Disrespectful for no
seconds?
reason. Yeah, you can, yeah,
Garfield,
get
can
it.
I talk for a few
Yeah,
seconds?
be just as disrespectful you've been on Smash Channel. Keep that same energy, Reggie. And I'm gonna shut
Okay.
up.
So thank you. Thank you for that. Right. So let me just show you first the issue of the per onc. Okay. So let me just do that. Right. So I'll get to the other stuff in a second after I share some things. All right. So if you this is not all. I was looking for another text, right? So these are the adaptations for the per onc in the TLA, right? So let's just, okay. So how do we know that it exists? Because of the word per onc. How do we know what it is? Is because what the experts say, right? So I can start reading some text. I was looking for the famine text, which is in Merriam-Webster's, that's in English. But here's the per onc, right? Let's search the per onc and let's see the cotext. Will it give me the cotext here? It's not giving me the cotext here for this one right here, which I wanted to show, but it does give me the cotext for several others. So we can see from the descriptions that it says it's the house of life, right? We can see um, other scriptures is the house of life. We can see over here it says book scroll about understanding the life house word saying that okay. So then we're gonna find another one that says scribal schools. This one and thou shalt pass through the house of life. This has a cotext. So this is the house of life, house of scribes. So let's look at the cotext. Okay, a strong crossment statement. She is out of place. Let your heart be steadfast and unshakable and say, so you shall only talk after you've been registered. You should become a scribe, and thou shalt pass through the house of life, become a book box, right? Um, so we know that it's a scribal school. And so at the minimum, it is a scribal school. Here, this one offers sacrifices to all the gods of Per-Ankh who are recorded on the tablet. Sacrifice the gods who are in the court of the Per-Ankh. Sacrifice for the gods at the okay. Um, and so I can go on to the next page. So this is uh, preceding king and staying in the chapel of the Per the secret scroll from the house of life, or the Per
Reggie, all of that is at the Elephantine spot. I see Library of Upper Egyptian Temple Abydos. What time period is that, my brother? That's all I
Oh,
need.
it's okay. So the way the TLA is read, it starts from it usually starts from the oldest inscriptions to the later ones. So so this is Cairo CG. Let's see, text environment. Let's see what uh okay, so
It says
this is
mental. It
this
says
is
mental
this
have
is
oldest
this
one,
is
12th dynasty, right? But
no
this is a
well,
house of scribes, though. This is not a library. A house of scribes. What are they writing?
yeah, the house of scribes is where they keep the scrolls. What do scribes
I know,
do?
but
They
scrolls
write.
of what? What are they writing? What
Right,
evidence do you have of what
they're
they're writing?
writing. Okay, so let me explain. Okay, so a scribal school is a school um of people who write. They teach them how to write, right? Then and what they teach them to write is based on other writings. So what they do, they have a collection of writings, their annals. So before they put it on monumental material, they it's drafted from the writings, from what the school says that is proper to write. So the scribal school can be recordings of king's statements, recording of history, recording of their knowledge, right? And they write it on uh, papyrus. On that papyrus, it can be either hieratic or it could be the Metanetic, depending on the time period. So um, when we look at the tools give us pretty much the environment, the time period. So if you have a house of scribes, they are writing, they're not jibber jabbering, they're looking at information from the past. Then we have lots of stories, like when we have the Shabaka stone, where he found the worm eaten passages and he rewrote it. And he rewrote it on a monument called the Shabaka stone. So um, now I do have a text, and I was looking for it. I can come back where we have the last um, known library, right? And in that library that they have, um, they have lots of what you call school lessons, right? And it's a very important finding. I think they found it in the 50s and 60s, and there's so much data that it's in a lot of the universities. If you give me a few more minutes, hopefully I'll find that and I'll show you that.
So
Okay.
what is this mystery school for 40 years that we've been here in our community for so many years? What is that?
Egyptians don't, Egyptians hardly even lived to 40 years, right? So most of the Egyptian
You
life
saying
is,
Dr. Ben made it up? That's what you're saying?
I think that that's in the Masonic traditions. I don't think that that's
Yeah,
uh,
I think he was filling stuff.
yeah. I think that if you just want to pull it all to Dr. Ben, I mean, first you have George G.M. James, and then he's getting his work from CH. He's getting some
No,
stuff
no,
from
no, no. I'm talking about Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben is who taught me that. So I'm dealing with Dr. Ben. I don't want to hear
yeah.
about it.
So, but Dr. Ben's teacher,
You
Dr.
can't say Dr. Ben had it wrong. You can't say that.
No, I'm saying Dr.
No,
Ben's teacher.
you can't say Dr. Ben had it wrong. What's wrong with
Why
that?
are you trying to do that? Why can't we have a conversation
I'm
without all the
trying to figure out
hyperbole?
why you can't say Dr. Ben was wrong.
Yeah, he said everybody else wrong.
His
I-
information is wrong. Come on, bro. This ain't no Jesus thing, man.
I'm saying that
Is
to
Dr.
say
Ben
that
your Jesus, Reggie? Is he your Jesus? You can't say
no,
nothing about him.
no.
Can't say it.
But
He
it's
can't-
okay.
He can't
'Cause
say he can't give
I know
Dr.
the
Ben the real credit.
disrespect. I know the disrespect is in the
disrespect.
air. So
Let me give
Nah,
you
what I
ain't
want to
no-
do is I'm gonna handle the.
Hey,
I'm
Garfield,
gonna handle
don't
the
nobody love Dr.
disrespect.
Ben more than me, bro. So
Yo,
Reggie,
hold on,
Reggie,
hold on.
You never
Reggie
met
trying
him?
to hide that.
You
He
didn't
trying to
know
hide
him?
that. He trying to
didn't-
hide that. Look,
You
he
didn't
about to
know
throw
him.
the
You didn't met him,
disrespect.
and there's
He about to
there's
throw the
nobody that
disrespect right
witnessed
now.
Unc
He
and
about to
Dr.
throw the
Ben.
disrespect. So what, nigga? I don't got a witness. So what?
Right,
That
right.
don't mean
So
nothing to
you
me.
in your mind.
That don't know me in
in
my
your-
mind. I'm not in my mind. I'm saying is we hear you, Reggie. That's
in
why this
your
generation ain't
mind.
looking at. Ain't
If
nobody
in
checking,
your
Reggie.
mind,
Reggie,
you
we not
love
checking
Dr.
for you.
Ben
Reggie,
more
we
than
not
other
checking
people.
for you, Reggie. Reggie, we not checking for you. Reggie.
Listen, on YouTube,
You fell off.
you can
Reggie,
say
you fell off,
whatever
Reggie.
you want,
Reggie,
and
you
you
fell
can
off.
make
Reggie, you fell off,
everything
Reggie.
true.
You fell
But
off,
it is
Reggie.
untrue.
Hey, Garfield, listen.
Yo,
As a
Garfield,
scholar,
can I continue
listen,
to
as
answer
a
your
scholar,
questions? While I'm here, can
Garfield,
I
as a
continue to
scholar,
answer your questions?
as a
I'm gonna
scholar,
get
right?
to this.
Dr.
I'm
Ben
gonna
can
get
be
to this
wrong and still
disrespect
be
later.
respected. You hear me?
I'm gonna
You
get
hear
to
me?
the disrespect later. But right now, for the
Ain't
people,
nobody
I'm
disrespect no
answering
Dr. Ben,
the
and just because you
question.
was with Dr. Ben, don't make the shit he said all right neither. That's the issue.
Those
See, that's
are
the problem. That
those
you
are
really
other points.
disrespect Dr. Ben,
Those are other
and you really
points.
want to be Dr. Ben, but you ain't got it. You ain't got it in you, Reggie. See, that's the issue. You don't got what it takes. Because Dr. Ben could be wrong, and as a man, he would say, "You know, I'm wrong." He could say that, but not you, Reggie. See, that's why you can't move. You
There's
can't move
two
up the. You
different
can't move
things
up the
that's
ladder.
going on. It's two
Yeah, we
different
know
things
what's
that's
going
going
on.
on.
We know what's going on. You mentioned disrespect first.
No, you called me a name first. You doubled down. You think it was
You a
funny.
pseudo. That's not a
say it's
name.
funny.
That's a no.
So
Wait,
I
I didn't call
addressed
you a
you.
name. I gave
I
you the
addressed
title,
you.
Pseudo Reggie.
I
That's not
addressed
calling
you.
you a name.
And
Hold on.
listen,
That's not a name. That's
hey,
not name calling, Reggie. Your
you
work
call
is
me
pseudo.
Reggie is not
Right?
a name in
No,
your
I'm saying
world,
it's a
in
name.
your
No, and
imagination.
no for hey Reggie.
Garfield, I
Reggie,
think it
I'm
would
gonna
be
shut. Hey
better
Reggie,
if I
hey
could
Garfield,
continue
I'm gonna
to
shut
answer
up.
your
Hey
question.
Garfield, I'm gonna shut up and
I
watch
don't
him
want to
pseudo
talk to you.
rise
I
the
don't
whole
want to talk
show.
to him. I don't want to talk to him.
But you wanted to talk about me for a whole week though. See what type of
Oh,
man is
Garfield,
that though?
Garfield, is this a dialogues or the ambush? Which one is it?
what you say, Pops? What you say? Oh, let me just respond to Diop and 74. Smash is not going to take the debate. He's going to say, I'm not taking the debate.
That'd be
Smash
a good
does
debate,
not
though.
want to debate. Don't fall for the okie doke when they're on the channel by themselves. They don't want to get in an organized debate.
Nah.
It's a joke
Nah.
because they know they have a pseudo army.
Yeah.
It's Smash and the 510 heartbeats, including Pan-African Dane, Reggie, all them pseudos.
Right.
That's what keeps him going, man.
Right. Do the debate and split the
Garfield, I'm a
fucking money
pseudo
up.
to you too.
Tell the truth, Garfield. Don't play
Garfield,
with
I'm
it.
a pseudo to you too. You asked me a question
Garfield.
about per Ankh, and then what I do is I actually give you the text, right? And then we move on to something else. Now, the question that you asked me is to show you the per Ankh in the TLA. And I can show you.
You and
can go
Smash
to Miriam
already.
Mitchell.
I'm familiar with this. What I'm trying to say is
Okay.
that I'm asking you about the 40-year school system.
Okay, but that's what you didn't ask me. I understand that. You didn't ask me that first, and I said Egyptians hardly lived to 40 years, right? In general. So I think I answered that question to you.
Thank you,
Right?
Reggie. Thank you. Let's move on. Thank you.
Okay.
No, Garfield. So the question was,
Hey, Garfield,
you
are you
talking about the
running the
library,
show?
right? You talking about the
Are you
library,
running
right?
the show?
No, we're
Or
talking
is
about the
this-
library, Garfield. You supposed to show us a
Yeah,
library,
yeah,
yo.
the library, so I could send it to Wiki. Yeah,
Right.
right.
Come on, I'm with you. I'm with you, Reggie. Go ahead. I want to show how pseudo you is. You just you
Okay.
doing it right now. Show us the library. That's what we want to see. We don't want to hear you play this wild game.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me okay, so am I still sharing my screen? Okay, so from the famine text, and I will get you the official library, Garfield, not for somebody who's just learning like right? So this is what we have.
And I don't have that's not a shot to me, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that.
Right.
You're right. He's absolutely right.
didn't
I'm
mean
still
to be a
learning. He's
shot to
absolutely
you
right.
because I'm not talking to you.
You're
So
right. But I realize I'm
here
learning
is-
how pseudo this dude is.
Here is from the famine stela. This is the famine stela. This is in the Ptolemy period, which is even more interesting because they have information that they couldn't have had information without having a source. So let me see. Okay, so there's famine in Egypt, and then Zoser sends Imhotep to discover the origins of Happy the River. He says, I directed my heart to turn to the past. I consulted with one of the staff of Ibis, right? So that is the high scribe, right? The chief lector priest Imhotep, son of Ptah, south of his wall. He asked, "In which place is Happy born? Which is the town of the sinuous one? Which god dwells there that he might join with me?" He stood, Imhotep, "I shall go to the mansion of the net," right? "It is designed to support a man in his deeds. I shall enter the house of life, unroll the souls of Re, and I shall be guided by them." He departed, he returned to me quickly. He let me know the floor of Happy, his shores, and all the things that they contain. He disclosed to me the hidden wonders to which the ancestors have made their way, and no king has equaled them since. So the souls of Re, or the Ba of Re, that is what it's called. The Ba of Re is the library. So he went to the house of the life and he unrolled the souls of Re. So that is a direct reference to the library. Now, I am going to give you soon the last library that they discovered and tell you about that. Okay, so now was there another question? But I listen, it's a chore, no problem. I could do the chore. I'm doing it in I'm trying to answer your scholarly questions with evidence. So, this same statement, well, let me not say that because it's part of my work about Dr. Ben, and I don't want to bleed into something else. So, I have one more chore. I have to show you the last uh, per Ankh, which I will from, and I will show you what the experts say about it. And then I think that we can end this page. Now, I want to talk about the depopulation of Egypt. So, of the depopulation of Black people.
Before you get there, do you have an actual library?
Yes.
Where's the library located?
Didn't I say that I have one more chore that I will get you that?
All right, so let's get to that.
Wow.
All right, I'm still going to look it
So you're gonna multitask. You're gonna multitask.
No, I'm not going to multitask because now I'm talking. So if you want me to come back with it, give me a few more minutes so I can find where I put it. I moved some of my files, and so the source is not coming up. Why? Man. Because I have a library on my computer.
Oh man.
And so I have to go through my library. Right.
Hey, Reggie, why couldn't you be like this all week though, yo?
You called me when you called me, when you keep calling me names.
No, what's the name I'm calling you, Reggie?
When you keep, it doesn't matter.
No, I'm asking
me a bunch of names.
And what's the name?
Keep
what's
calling
the name,
me,
Reggie?
and then today you cursed at me. I ain't cursed at you.
I cursed at you.
I ain't start off my day cursing effing Reggie.
I cursed at you, Reggie.
But I could tell you this.
Yeah, you playing victim after 3. You said you're gonna ruin
my
career.
I'm not playing victim.
All that, Reggie.
I'm telling you the truth.
Out your mouth, Reggie? Reggie, do you know what you said out your mouth, Reggie? People go away when they go up. You said people go away when they come up against Reggie. They go bye-bye. You don't remember saying all that, Reggie?
Yeah, they go bye-bye.
So who was you talking about, Reggie?
I'm talking about intellectually go bye-bye.
You was time, bro. Oh man.
I'm talking intellectually bye-bye.
You was, but so Reggie, you should let me show my camera. Hey Garfield.
But wait, hold on, Garfield. So I want to make sure.
You don't have it right now. We're gonna wait till you come back and get that.
I have to come back with the library.
Yeah, we'll wait for that.
And then watch this. And when I do, what's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen?
We're gonna go to another question.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We
4,100
miles long. So if you get one library out of 4,100 miles long, you wow for that. You wow for that.
Man, stop it.
Yeah. Hey, Reggie.
Stop it, man.
I've never said there wasn't no libraries nowhere.
Hey, Ankh, I didn't wake up in the morning. To be arguing with you. I came to
Garfield. This is crazy, man.
Garfield. So Garfield, we from the Bronx. We got our own way of doing things.
So how's that? So now that's what the world want to know. How is that? What's the only way of doing things? What's the only way? So you can talk cash nonsense. I hear you, brother Lyle. See, now I'm starting to question your Islam, brother Lyle. I'm actually starting to question your Islam.
Question everybody.
I'm actually trying to figure out, brother Lyle, what is his Islam actually doing for him at this point in the conversation? Is he being funny? Reggie talked trash for 3, 4, 5 days. I mean, not just Reggie was unlike himself. I mean, Reggie was,
Yeah,
and I
angry.
kind of like to,
And
hey, Reggie,
normally-
I
and
kind of like to
normally-
see you like that,
And
Reggie.
normally I'm not
mad.
angry.
You're
But
not.
when
I know,
somebody
I
who
know.
I thought was my friend
So now I'm not your
find
friend,
out,
Reggie. I'm not your friend,
find
Reggie.
out
I'm
that
not
they
your friend,
think
Reggie.
they could take shots at me, right?
Garfield, let me know when I can speak. Both of y'all, bro.
When I thought that somebody was my friend,
So I ain't your friend,
right?
Reggie? I ain't your friend.
No, you said
sure?
that you wanted my friend. Don't double down now.
No, hey,
You start
Reggie.
calling me a
Hold
dude.
on, Reggie.
Hold on, Reggie, you got to answer this on the screen. Ask brother Reggie if he lied about them saying they were black.
Oh, okay. He gave you $20. So
He's
he
keeping my
gave you
channel
$20,
open.
so he
Keep my
deserves that.
channel.
He's
Keep
supporting the
running
channel,
right
so
now.
he deserves.
We on E right now. Come on, let's go.
So Norman, good brother Norman, the answer to that is what the ancient Egyptians called themselves, and they called themselves Kim, right? And Kim means dark. Kim can mean dark skin, right? So I did not lie about that, and and maybe I can pull that up if you give me a second. So let me stop sharing this, and I can at least I think I know where that part is.
So Reggie, so you can agree that
So,
Egyptology right now in 2023 are continuing to lie then, because you're claiming there's evidence where they should be called black people, and all of Egyptology is saying different. So you're basically saying that the evidence that you got, that Reggie got, brother Reggie Marbley got, right? Usurps, maybe usurps all the academia. Brother Lau was sitting there. He know it. Brother Lau know that. He know that, right? But he will defend you with that. That's why we can't never get better. Because as men, we can't have real discourse and bring it out. Reggie,
no, you know what?
Yeah,
I
Reggie,
do?
that's not fair, Reggie. Me and you know each other, Reggie. If I call you a pseudo, Reggie, it's not a personal attack. I'm talking about the work that you're doing.
Don't call me pseudo. You ain't got the credentials, and you ain't got the credentials to be calling me pseudo.
But Reggie, he's just talking about the work that you're putting in currently.
That's not fair. See,
he's doing
that. That's not fair.
Okay, so let me just show this on
Reggie, but see, Reggie, you really don't want to talk, because if we really had a conversation,
I really don't want. You was the person I thought was my friend,
Reggie,
and then as my friend, you get to call me names. You're an abusive person.
So you're right. So Reggie, guess what?
You're an abuser. That's a new title, bro. You're an abuser.
Hey, Reggie, see,
you got an abusive personality.
Garfield, stop being Garfield.
Hold on, I got you, La. Let my brother.
Hey, Garfield. See, right now you playing, yo, but they talk cash shit about you, and they was dead serious, bro. And nobody's actually taking it back. But you gonna play it off. I'm not a laughy, jokey guy at all. Right? I know where the rubber meets the road. I'm not riding no fence for nobody, for none of them, bro. You could do it, Garfield.
All right, you know what? On the real, what did Reggie say? Because I didn't hear.
Reggie, ask Reggie, he here.
What did you say about me, Reggie?
What did I say about Garfield? What are you talking about? Hello?
Reggie, you right here, Reggie? It's all on tape, Reggie. I'm gonna give you a chance to man up.
So I take things one at a time.
No, Reggie, what you want to address is how you're trying to misdirect the people. Reggie, Reggie, you know I don't hate you, Reggie. What you're doing is you're gonna play the friend. No, you're trying to play Reggie.
If you hate me or not.
What you're doing is, Reggie, you're playing the friendship card, Reggie.
Reggie, you try to lowball me. You try to stunt.
No, I'm not, Reggie. No, I'm not, Reggie. Hey, Reggie. Reggie, what you're doing is
no.
You got people thinking that some kind of way Unc is mad at me or Unc our friendship. When the truth is, you're using the word friendship to stop people from looking at your raggedy ass work. That's what you're doing, Reggie. So if I say your work on this topic is raggedy, so what, Reggie? You don't have no work. I'd rather have no work on the subject than have raggedy pseudo work on the subject.
You can't rate my work.
Yes, absolutely, I can. Absolutely, I do it all the time. I absolutely rate scholars. Absolutely, you know I look at the work and I can read the work. Right.
All right. Hey, ceasefire. Stop. Everybody stop. Reggie, show us the depopulation. kill me and Unc right now.
No, so that's one thing. That's two. That's the second point.
Wait. I responded to the brother that donated to your channel. He gave you $20.
Right, that's right. He's keeping us open right now because we're almost close.
Right. So, what we do know, good brother, is there was periods in which they was calling themselves black based on things like Sabi Kim. Sabi Kim is well attested. He calls himself the Black Knife. Then there's a period in the Sixth Dynasty. You won't let me talk.
No, I said the Black what?
Can I talk?
The Black Knight, that Martin Lawrence movie, The Black Knight.
Sabi Kim.
In Europe, when they call themselves the Black Knight, they
Sabi Kim, right? Sabi Kim is then. There was a period in which they called themselves related to things. Then there was a period from the Sixth Dynasty where there was a family connected to the royalty of Egypt, and that family was Pepi Ank Kim. So Pepi Ank Kim, he names himself Pepi Ank Kim the Black. He has sons. I mean, he has grandsons, and they are Neonk Pepi, which is Hepi the Black, and then there's also Hepi the Red. There's another Hepi called Henny the Black. Now,
hold on, Hepi the Red. What's that? Yeah. What would that mean? If you have Hepi the Black and Hepi the Red, what does it mean?
Right. That means that you have two sons, and one is darker than the other, and one is lighter than the other.
So the red is like white. Is that like your color, Reggie, or lighter?
You trying to take pot shots at me?
No, I'm just saying. Come on, man.
Hepi the Black means that yes, I would probably be Hepi Neon Pepi Hepi the Red, right? I would probably be that if my other brother, right, was darker and my father wanted to name us nicknames, right? But we also have other terms, which is the younger. So to continue to answer the brother's channel, we have a whole period that happens in the 11th dynasty where people are calling themselves black. So Kemet, right, means the dark one. It's in the feminine. So what they do is, so now you have this term Sat Kemet. This is the daughter of Kemet, but really the daughter of the dark one, because we know what it is. There are also other Kemets, but by grammar, we know that that means complete, right? So now what we do now is now we start looking at names, and to see if names how can I say how it looks out in the meta nature as far as names. So we have a title called Where Neb Kim We, right? So this is Where Neb Kim We, right? And so we also know that there's alternative spellings of it where where Neb Kim We can be written in more uniliterals or mixed biliterals and or uniliterals. So then we have an alternative looking at it, and he is the Black Bull, right? So there you have different ways in which to write.
Hey Reggie, it's actually an idiom though, right or wrong, Reggie? Is it not an idiom, brother? Am I wrong in saying that? I'm just asking.
I'm answering a question.
Yeah, you take too damn long to answer questions. Is it an idiom? Come
on.
Well,
you show us. I'm stopping. You show us anything except for talk.
Yeah.
If the brother wanted to answer, spend $20.
Man, but you ain't getting my hour to answer the question.
That's his $20.
Man, tell her.
You gonna teach it?
No, go ahead, Reggie. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job, Reggie.
You ain't teaching nothing on the meta nature.
Reggie.
You can't teach our people nothing.
Reggie, do you really think you get me by bringing up our old dead language, yo, and like that's really gonna make something out of me? Reggie, do you really think that I think that there has not been people dedicated in Egyptology to learn that language, yo,
your
and that
area,
you're the one that got
bro.
it all right. So I tell you what,
None of
Reggie.
this is your area,
I tell you,
bro.
hey, Reggie, it's obviously not your area, Reggie.
Why? I can read. At least I can
Nah, I
read the
don't believe it.
metanetia, and
I
I
don't
can
believe
read
it.
titles and
I don't
terms,
believe.
and I
I
can
don't believe you,
sort
Reggie. I don't believe
everything
you,
that you
Reggie.
asked me to do. I did.
Reggie,
Now
listen.
you can't show me.
Reggie, that
What
doesn't
can
fly
you
anymore.
show me on the subject?
Now listen up.
Okay,
I could actually
let's
show
lower our
you.
voices.
I
I'm
could
gonna lower my
actually,
voice.
yeah, lower your voice.
You
for a
can't
minute.
show us
I
nothing.
know. I'm gonna show you. This is
Okay,
what
I'm gonna
Reggie's
stop
doing.
sharing my screen.
Yeah,
Ladies
stop
and
sharing your screen.
gentlemen,
Stop sharing your screen.
because I can't teach.
I thought you were
Normally
gonna
with
stop sharing your
Garfield, I like Garfield questions. He's a very inquisitive person, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
But
until you not until you talking shit about him.
yeah, well, hey, you
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
Who is your friends? Who are your friends, Ank? Let me
What you
lower my
talking about?
voice. Ank, you got no friends.
So Reggie, right? I don't got no friends in the
So
pseudo
good, I'm
community.
not your friend.
In the pseudo
So I was never
community.
your friend. So thank you
You-
very
oh,
much.
okay,
So
okay,
now
Reggie.
that
Okay,
I
Reggie.
know,
So
I
you're
want
not my friend. I
everybody
want to make
else
it
to
clear,
know
Reggie. Hold
that
on. I'm
this
gonna open up
dude
the
don't have
floodgates.
friends.
Hold on, I
He
want to open up.
uses
Hold
people
on, I want to open
for
up the
his
floodgates.
purposes.
I want to open up the floodgates. So are you saying right here, right now, in front of these people, that me and you aren't really friends? Or are we arguing over a topic? I'm asking. I want to know right now what you my
If
face.
we are arguing
I want
over
to
a
know. I want to
topic,
know, Reggie. I want to know.
if we are arguing over a topic, that's fine. But the minute that you start calling me out my name,
and what would that be, Reggie?
Oh, pseudo general, pseudo sophisticate, right? You start calling me out my name.
So you don't like
Reggie.
that? Hold on, so you don't like that?
No, who would like that?
You know, like I wouldn't like it neither, yo. So stop doing it. If you stop doing it, I'll stop saying it. That's the only way I can tag you.
Wait, if you
That's the only
stop,
way
you
people
say
can
my
look at your
behavior.
work.
So I'm
No,
not
your
underneath
behavior.
you.
It's what you're doing, Reggie.
I'm not underneath you, Ank.
Reggie, I'm not saying you are, Reggie. Matter of fact, I always thought your place was here, Reggie. I always felt like I was here and you
so
was here,
now
Reggie,
we know.
because you had a connection right to the elders. Reggie.
The minute that you call me out, see what you're doing is that this is what you call bullying.
I'm bullying you now, Reggie?
Yeah, this is bullying. Not just me, but everybody.
So let's call it what it really is. Let's call it what it really is, Reggie. I'm not actually bullying you. What you're doing is you want to make sure that you can get that wild shit off. And I ain't letting you get it off. That's the issue right here. And everybody knows that.
I agree with my brother, Dr. Reggie. Y'all got to leave my Reggie alone. Reggie is one of the top scholars in our community. And Reggie, all you got to do is call these dudes out, man. Live on the air. Call them out. And see if he show up. He didn't show up, Reggie. When
just let me know when I can speak. Just let me know when I can speak.
Reggie, when you came on to do your presentation, him, Cedric, all of them, they ran, bro. Just call him out live on Garfield's show and watch he run.
All he gotta do something else, but he ain't gonna do it because he's scared to death now. Right here, now we right here, Sarnetta. And you just bulldoze the whole conversation. Watch.
First of all, I'm on Garfield's show. Yeah. You won't catch me on your show, right? You won't catch me, and I don't expect you to be on my show because when I did a show, you didn't come.
There you go, Reggie. They tell.
Reggie, who the hell is you, Reggie? That I supposed to stop my
Who the hell are you?
To get on your raggedy ass show?
Who the hell are you?
Yeah, who are you though, Reggie? That I would even take the time to get on your wild ass show in the middle of me taking care of what I'm supposed to do as a father. Are you serious, right? Out of nowhere, you make up a daggone video. I supposed to forget all the important duties that I got to jump on your show and prove something to YouTube land. You crazy. And you let Sarnetta come in here with the wild foolishness. All right, they come no shit.
Hey, Reggie,
the only nigga ain't got the job on this motherfucker working.
You know what? Hey, Reggie, you know what, Reggie? Reggie, we're gonna go over to Ank channel and beat him on his channel, Reggie. We ain't scared, man.
Scared to death.
We ain't scared, Reggie.
The difference is, at this point, this is somebody I knew for a while. Always thought he was my friend. You know, I always. But you know what? The minute that you start calling people names, when you're not my friend.
You gonna let him get away with that, Sarnetta? You gonna let him get away with that, Sarnetta?
Well, you know, Reggie don't like us calling him names, and we gotta respect our brother Reggie. Reggie deserves that, brother.
I ain't talking to Sarnetta for a whole year, and Sarnetta is my good friend.
You know that, Reggie.
Me for 2 years, Reggie. I ain't gonna melt. So what? If you're a pseudo, you're a pseudo. What you want me to do? Yeah, Tony changed my life as a man, Reggie. Get out of here with that. You don't never got to talk to me, Reggie. Just because you mad over Black Egypt. And Brother Lau, the fact that you would let him get away with that, Brother Lau, I don't appreciate you right now, Brother Lau. I don't appreciate that.
You don't appreciate what? I'm here. I can speak for myself.
Somebody got a feedback, yo.
That's Netta.
It's not me with the feedback.
Hey, it ain't me neither. That was Netta.
And it's not me either. So
you said hold on, Reggie. Hold on, Reggie. Hold on. You said you don't appreciate. What did I say?
I don't appreciate you talking about people ambushing Reggie when Reggie ain't did nothing but talk shit for 10
This is what it's coming at. Brother, this is what it's coming across as. You and Garfield, you asked questions. Hold on, brother. Hold on. You and Garfield asked Brother Reggie a question. He answered it. Simple. He answered it. He gave you it.
What's the answer?
You asked him 2 different questions. He gave you both answers that you asked for.
What's the answer?
Then you got
here. What's the answer? What was the answer, Lau? Since you was
just now. I'm speaking about just now.
I know what was it. I want to make sure you understood the answer. What was the answer?
He asked
Brother
the
Lau?
per Ank and he asked the Kemp on.
No, I'm asking Brother Lau. Brother Lau, what was the answer?
It was for the per Ank and the Kemp.
And the per Ank was what? A library, supposedly. Am I correct?
Yes.
He proved that. He proved in his reading that it was a library. He proved that, Brother Lau.
No, what I said was I'm going to come back.
Reggie, let me talk.
He proved there was a
reference. It's a reference. Let me talk. Reggie, I can speak for myself.
That's AH.
This is the issue. This is the issue. It has nothing to do regard with scholarship at this point. It has ego going against another ego.
Brother Lau,
let's just call it for what it is.
Brother Lau, I don't mind you saying that, but not after 10 days of this nigga going off. That it sound crazy to me, yo. This man, when I was quiet, bro, I said nothing. I made no videos. I spent time with my kids, dog. And now you come on here at the 9th hour.
As a king, brother, as a king, go ahead.
Listen to you. That's like somebody attacked the Muslim empire, bro. Right? And they just wait. And then they come and get them. And then a person pop up, I can't believe you just attacked. They be like, yo, you didn't see how they did this for 5 years straight? Now you want to talk about it now? Brother, I didn't hear you step up on my behalf saying, Reggie, why are you ambushing that man when he not even there? I didn't hear you jump on none of them shows. Not on Reggie's show, not on Sarnetta's show, not on no shows. Now you coming through, bro? Yeah, that's that New York thing going, yo. I ain't mad though, bro.
No, it has nothing to do with New York at all.
If it should be honesty, then it should be based in honesty.
And this is the main premise. Listen, and this is the main premise why I came on, why Sarnetta came on. There is no indirect jabs anymore. You a man, Reggie's a man. Y'all set up a date, y'all had this dialogue and handle it as men.
Okay, after I get mine's off. He got his off for a whole week straight.
Hold on a second. Everybody mute up. We got to figure out why we got this echo, yo.
I think that's Sarnetta. There you go. It's gone. It's Sarnetta. He probably getting it from his phone. Ain't on his.
It's not me because I'm on mute, brother. I'm on mute.
No, you on mute now.
It's not me. It's not me. I'm on headsets. It's not me.
Yeah, your system, brother Lord, when you came in, StreamYard did tell me that your system is messed up. They gave me a notice. For real.
It's clear now. Unmute, sir.
Yeah, it ain't me, man.
All right. Let me see. Yeah, we good now. It's all right now. We good. Yeah, brother Lau, I'm just saying, I'm not a crybaby, yo. Reggie got every right to be mad at me, but I don't get mad at the person calling me a pseudo, though. Right? Because I know I'm not. Pseudo only... Hey, yo, pseudos get mad when you call them pseudos because it directly forces people to really hone in on what you're actually saying. What makes you pseudo is that you're going against all of academia with some wild claims. That's what makes Reggie pseudo in this particular conversation. Reggie not pseudo in everything he do. I've never called Reggie the human pseudo. I just simply saying that work you doing right now, yo, is pseudo. And I should be able to say that without our friendship falling apart. And if that man actually placed me calling his work pseudo or wrong on our friendship, then we ain't really had a friendship. And I'm cool with that because I'm going to keep saying it until he do it the right way. The right way would be to point blank destroy academia. Asahotep got to do that. They all doing the same thing, bro. All of them. from Ali Muhammad on down. I know,
I disagree with you, my
because
brother.
You promote pseudos.
Because what you're doing is saying if he don't do it my way, then he's pseudo. And you should not do that. Being that Reggie is one of our elder friends, your friend, Unc, your elder, you supposed to at least call him and talk to him behind the scene and say, Ed, have that discussion with him. Not in the opening. We know how our brother Reggie get down. We know he don't like that. So let's give him, he deserves that respect. That's all I'm saying, Unc. You know, we all over here, we all respect and love each other, man. But you can't call him out in front of everybody like that. He got a right to defend himself after that, bro.
I'm just speaking in regards to myself from what me seeing now, and I perceive you, Sarnetta, Reggie, all of y'all's older brothers. We come here, as you see, for knowledge. My thing is this: at this point in time, we having this dialogue. Can we honestly say that you guys both are arguing about schools of thought from Kemet? Correct? This is what we're arguing about right now.
No, I know.
I'm
not arguing.
Can we honestly say that Reggie is a little more qualified to speak on this topic than you are?
Yeah, in your mind, because you don't understand it. In your mind, you really think he getting it. In your mind, you really think, oh, got him. Hold on. Listen, brother, I understand what the experts say. Simple. I read enough of the language. I read enough of the information published. But you know what the consensus is on said topic, brother Lau. So no matter how much meta he read, he's basically trying to say that everybody in academia missed the glyphs that he's talking about. And based off of the glyphs that he's talking about, he has a whole nother idea on what it is. That's what he's saying, brother Lau. I know you don't get it, brother Lau. Let me say it again. Brother Reggie is actually saying that he is the only people that read the same glyphs he just showed us. He's the only one that pulled up the TLA and read that information about how the Egyptians look. He's saying that. And he's saying based off of everybody missing that, I found it. Out of 150 years of Egyptology, me, Reggie, found it. And this is what the Egyptians call themselves. That's what he's basically saying, brother Lau. I'm saying, brother Lau, I don't believe that, brother Lau, that everybody missed it but Reggie. That's all I'm saying, brother Lau. That's like a person coming to you with the Quran and say, see this verse, it means this, and everybody missed it but me. You're going to say, huh?
No, what I'm going to say is the difference is a person that's capable of reading and not reading. That's the key.
No, that's not.
That's the key.
You don't got to read the Quran. So you trying to tell me, brother Lau, you trying to tell me that a person can't enter into Islam and not read the Quran in Arabic and be a functioning Muslim with the proper understanding of the Quran? Is that what you're trying to tell me right now?
No, what I'm trying to tell you is being able to understand the Sunnah and Hadiths and surahs that are in Arabic is more feasible than reading something in English, because there are misspellings in the Quran that don't compare with the same writing in English in the Quran. That's all been proven.
You said the Quran got misspelling.
What I'm saying to you is words that are, listen, and I'm gonna say it slow.
No, did you say that though? Did you say the Quran?
Listen to what I'm saying to you is this, brother. Writing that's in the Quran in Arabic and things that are putting down in English, in some cases, are entirely different. So if you don't read Arabic, you wouldn't be able to catch it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but don't somebody read the Arabic though? Is anybody reading the Arabic? Is what I'm asking you.
Not anybody. There's a lot of Muslims. There's a lot of Muslims in this world that don't read Arabic.
And do you have experts that specialize in reading Arabic, brother Lau?
Yes.
Do they got it right?
For the most part, yes.
Okay. So what Reggie is essentially doing, he's saying that all the experts that read the Quran missed it. What's the possibility of that, brother Lau?
We're not saying the Quran. Let's keep it on topic.
I'm saying in Arabic.
Okay.
I know you hear me. What's the possibility of all the experts that have been reading the Quran since the days of Muhammad missing that verse that Reggie keep pulling out? What's the probability of that? That's all I'm asking, brother Lau. That's what he's essentially doing. He's saying that they all missed it. Huh?
Slim to none.
Okay, so then why the hell is you up here defending Reggie? Because that's exactly what he's doing. I'm saying it's slim to none, and I'm the nigga to say it. That's all I'm saying, Brother Lau. Now I'm glad we had this discourse. I appreciate you, Brother Lau. Thank you, brother. That's all I'm saying. Reggie, I don't believe you. I think it's slim to none that you, out of everybody, found the idiom, right? We know what the idiom is, yo. We know what the idiom is. Or do we know what the idiom is? Like the black sheep. The black sheep is actually an idiom. It doesn't mean that the person is actually black, bro. It doesn't mean that. So if I'm saying that, bro, the black sheep don't mean that they black, or the black bull don't mean that they black, I should not be your friend. And if you keep promoting that, I'm saying, man, that's pseudo based off the information we got. That's all I'm saying, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with our friendship, yo, and how we greet each other when we see each other. The person that should really have the issue is me, that you would actually use my friendship against me to say, hey, yo, you know we friends, you can't say that. Then I'm a fraud to the people. That means I'm a fraud. That I can't say something to protect our friendship, then why would you even, friendships aren't to be challenged. He should never use that in our friendship. See, that's what I learned. I grew up learning that. Hey, bro, if the dope got some, if you cut the dope with some bullshit, dog, the fact that I'm telling you it's some bullshit don't mean I'm not your friend. It means that, yo, that's not the product we put out. You got to stop doing that. That don't mean we not friends, dog.
Right. Keep it academic.
Right. It don't mean that.
I'm always academic. I source up. You ask
right,
me.
But Reggie, don't take it personal, because
who's talking? Who's talking? You trying to tell me that I should not take it personal when I'm putting forward my work and arguments, and someone is saying that my work is wrong, and I'm the only one who's saying it. When this conversation started with Dr. Cheikh Anta Diop in UNESCO, and it is continued on what the meaning of kemet and kemetiu, then I actually do the work, publish it in a journal, and because the journal is called the Journal of Pan-African Studies, it's not a real journal. So black people can't do journals. We got to be led by white folks. But then my article gets cited by other scholars, right? Cited means that it was worth reading and citing in a handbook for first-year students in a university, right? But no, but in Ank's metric, right? That's not reliable. That's not acceptable. So when you publish in a journal, what you do is you put it out for peer review. That's the process. But that's the main process. You don't write no damn Amazon book. You don't write. If you want to write a book, you go through a publisher where it's edited and your best work is put forward. You don't self-publish a book and expect it to be peer-reviewed. Most scholars can't use your book because it's not in a format they will be laughed at. So I put it in a format. I did what you're supposed to do. I did that. I put it in a journal, right? An official journal that's in the library catalog that goes to the university. And that means that anybody who wants to say that I'm wrong can say that I'm wrong or not say anything. But the person that you want to listen to is Ank's metrics. Ank's metrics is not a reliable metric because it's only him that says that my work is pseudo when I could tell you what the word kemet and kemetiu is. I can show you that the king says that he is the black ram born of the black sheep. Ankh wants to minimize that, but the fact of the matter is, these are people talking 4,000 years ago, 4,500 years ago. An authoritative statement.
Hey, Reggie, I gotta stop you for a minute. I was away from the computer for a while, and since we got so much people on the chat, this is what I'm gonna suggest you do. Right? Let's limit this. Tell Brother Law to ask Reggie if he's right. All right. I don't know what that's all about. Thank you for the contribution, brother. All right. So now let me ask one question. Let's deal with where we at we're on the list. The population question. Is it the population?
Yeah, we at the pot. You got smash rock. You got smash rock.
Why do you need Garfield? Why do you need Ankh? Why do you need Ankh? Won't you just ask me directly?
No, because remember I was away from the computer.
Ankh to try to get me. That's how we do in the Bronx.
My brother. Yeah. You know what, Reggie? Yes. Yes, Reggie. Yes. Yes.
That's
It's
how
a
we
hit.
do it.
It's a hit.
It's an ambush.
That's all I've been saying. Let's keep it a bean. If we gonna keep it a bean, let's keep it a buck.
Now the art is
That's a lie. Come
I
on,
don't
man.
listen to when you guys are going in. Like Smash, I'll jump in for 5 minutes, make my comment, and I'm out. I don't be listening to shows for 8 hours. I'm gonna be honest. So when Reggie going on me, I'm not there. When Smash going on me, I'm not there. But I'll hear about it.
I mean, Garfield, you
Hold on, Reggie. Reggie.
on you.
You see,
Garfield, I worked with you for a while.
you're playing this Bronx game now. This is this
Smash, space, space, Smash.
New Law and Sonetta. This is this New York game that y'all running. Smash would have said, you New York cats are different. And the truth is, y'all is different with this shit. Listen, Reggie, because me and you from the same town, you going to take advantage of my friendship. I heard you said shit about me. I didn't hear it, though. I heard it. But this is what I'm saying.
Garfield?
The only thing I care about with this conversation, I'm going to tell y'all right now, is this depopulation of the indigenous Egyptians and these magical light-skinned people took over. And this is all I care about.
Got it.
Let's be real.
Gonna do it, Garfield.
Hold on. Reggie, hold on.
You here?
Reggie,
when are we gonna do it?
Reggie, hold on.
When you want to do it?
Reggie,
I ain't doing it for free. I'm not gonna beat you. I don't beat my friends up for free. I got.
Let's be real. That's all the Egyptian. Hold up, Reggie. That's all the Egyptomaniacs.
He said. He just said it.
Hold on. All these people are fake, and it happened because of something happened, and the population got turned over, and the indigenous people ran to somewhere in Africa, and that's where they at today, and they probably ended up in West Africa. That's the truth. Let's keep it real. And then some of them people came out on the slave trade, and we Egyptians.
Unc wants to do it for the bag. Unc wants to do it for the bag. Okay, got it. I understand. I understand. He want to do it for the bag. He don't want to beat up
debate.
Nah, Reggie.
This would be a good debate, though.
Reggie, we here.
Extremely good. Extremely good debate.
Hey, yo, hold up. Hey, Reggie, do it for the bag with Garfield or on my channel. It don't matter, man. But you got to settle the score with Unc or Garfield. Either one of them. There's too much
energy here.
No, I got
to do it, Reggie. See, that's what I don't like, man. You keep saying no.
Right, you running.
The depopulation.
You gotta get Unc, man. Unc can't mess with you with the knowledge, Reggie.
I'm gonna get him because he's gonna be able to present his logic versus my sources because he ain't got no sources.
Reggie, if your peer review, bring it.
You ain't got no sources. You ain't got no sources, he just said that.
On the population of Africa, he ain't got no sources.
I'm gonna use Reggie. So I told y'all what the rules is. My rules is to use Reggie sources. I told y'all that.
Reggie, you handicap myself.
He the general. I'm gonna put my hands behind my back and every source that man used. Right. Matter of fact, we're gonna have a serious debate. Everybody turn their fucking sources in. See, that's how you really do it. See, that's
you ain't got no sources to turn in.
See what I'm saying? Y'all hear this man, right? I'm saying for the first time, yo.
Hey, stop. Hold on, I'm sorry, It ain't gonna happen. Reggie and Unc ain't gonna debate. Let's stop the bullshit.
Now we talking about.
Hold on, brother Law. It ain't gonna happen, y'all.
Hey, Garfield, stop it. I got one for you. Hey, Garfield, I got one. Me, you against Smash and Reggie. I'm calling them niggas out right now.
It's not gonna happen.
Smash Rock Wellington and Reggie. Smash, you know you got a pseudo on your side. He the weak link, Smash. In that debate, I'm gonna attack Reggie. He gonna kill you.
No, I think y'all laughing. I think that'll be a good debate right there. That would be good.
Extremely.
Yo, that would be
extremely good.
January 31st. Let me call a date out. Hold on. Let me look at my calendar.
So there ain't no magic metal nature.
We can hear you now, Smash.
You
got a pseudo on your side.
I got Smash and Reggie in this one for real.
All right. Hold on. Let's check it out, Reggie. We accept, and you don't have to say a word in the debate, Reggie. You can just supply me. Look, Reggie, you don't have to say a word. All you gotta do is come with them sources. All right? We're gonna beat the brakes off these clowns. They not qualified. Ank say he gonna use your sources, so all your sources gonna be in Metal Nature. and we gonna let him
You
use them.
talk about the money, sir.
Let's go.
I'm
so
ready.
let's get it popping. Smash Rockwell. Money, see, Garfield, you still little. So no disrespect. No disrespect, but since you standing next to Ank, it's just gonna be ugly. You don't have to say a word in debate, brother Reggie. I got you. Let's do it.
Yeah, because if he open his mouth, he know he die.
Yo, hold up.
Smash don't even want him to talk. Hold on. Hey, Garfield, Smash don't want Reggie to talk. Now, we all know on this panel why they don't want Reggie to talk.
We know why.
Because Reggie get you in trouble.
Once you hear Smash come out and said, I'll do it, the debate ain't gonna happen. It's all talk. Don't believe
I accept, bro. Sinetta line it, Garfield line it up. I accept. I accept.
Accept 100 times.
You know what?
Once Smash says that. Hold up.
Set it up, Garfield. Set it up, man.
Once Smash says that, it ain't gonna happen.
Can I respond to that, Garfield?
I'm gonna tell
you making charges at me that you actually guilty of.
Hey, Unc.
You see, I ain't guilty of not showing up for no debate, so you should let that go. I show up on the spot for anything. I show up when I'm outnumbered. I do.
All right.
Yeah, so why you giving me that charge when you know that could be my response? That's how I tell you don't play chess. This is why you just not a good debater. A person who's known for not showing up for shit is on this page trying to give a charge at somebody who always show up.
Hey, Smash. How many debates you said you would have done the last 3 months? About 8, and you ain't did one. Stop playing games. Let me finish. Don't interrupt me.
Name one.
Let me finish though.
Name one. You making a lie. Name one.
Let me finish. I got you. Let me say this. I'm not worried about anybody saying I run from a debate or didn't show up, but don't come in here and lie. You know. You trying to play Jabari game now. Don't do that, bro.
Hold on. You just started this. I responded with some truth that cut you, and now you go in a different direction.
It's not about cut, though.
You said that I wasn't going to show up, and I just had hella debates I didn't show up for. I said, which one?
But you're not going to show up, though.
What are you basing that on?
I'm basing it on everything that I've seen.
I'm basing it on your Jabari debate.
What Jabari debate did I didn't show up?
The one that didn't happen. So if you want to go down this road, you got no wins. This is why you prove. Don't let him talk at the debate, Ank. We can just build. Don't let him talk. It's going to look like this. God.
I'm going to say this one time. You see, he's trying to use a Jabari trick right now. It's not going to work. And let me talk. Don't talk over me.
Also, he did show up.
Oh, here we go. Let me shut up. You want to talk? Go ahead, talk. I'm going to let you talk the whole time.
Okay, let me talk. Now, see, you just got reprimanded for being out of line, pressing a charge on me that wasn't applicable. You tried to put a not show up jacket on Smash. Ask anybody. It ain't nothing I never not showed up for. Ask Brother Bobby when I had to go against the whole Amira squad. Qualified. Ujahu. You lying.
All right, watch this.
See? Oh, so now, is that considered cutting me off or not?
We hear Smashes in a debate.
Pardon me?
How many times we hear that? We hear his debate.
That's because I haven't accepted none of y'all debates because everybody been a lightweight. I never accepted no debate and not showed up.
I've showed up to every debate I've ever been.
Okay, I'm not saying that. You started this charge.
Well, you just said
but that was my response as I detailed to you putting a jacket on me that fit you.
Hold on. But you're saying that I didn't show up, but that's just not true, though.
All right, fine. So we seen the debate and everything.
Listen, I'm saying that the debate ain't going to happen because Smash going to talk him.
So you're going to maintain that. And I'm saying Garfield don't show up when the heat get hot.
Hey, I'm here. I'm always here, bro.
And you ain't going to show up for this either.
Let's deal with this population movement.
Thank you, good brother.
Let's deal with that. They say the population shifted and the Egyptians there aren't the real Egyptians. Let's deal with that. I know Sonny would have jumped off when the Knicks game started. Just as I predict. Oh, he's back? Saturday is back because the Knicks is on. I know once the Knicks is on, you don't want to be on here. I was just talking about you, Saul. But anyway, that's it. The population. So Reggie and Smash, go ahead. Let's hear about this population.
Oh, okay. You know who you're dealing with, right? I'll help you.
Yo, see, y'all joking. I really think that's a good debate. Smash and Reggie.
Nah, we're going to do this right. Me and I ain't going to let this slip through the cracks.
We'll do it right here on Garfield. For real. Get that in.
See,
that'd be educational like crazy.
I'm with you, Si. One thing we got to know is the only good thing that come from these type of discourses that we could allow to deteriorate is to monetize them properly and get the people what they want, because it can help everybody. So this is what I'm saying. This is why we have so many breakups in the conscious community, is because we get the hype, we get it popping, and then we don't think about our families or the benefit, how it should be benefiting us. I know it sounds weird, but that's why we so quick to let each other go. But if every time we had this, we made it be what it's supposed to be, like smack. Battle rappers ain't just arguing, fighting, and not being friends and not getting the bag. So I don't know.
Hey Reggie, it's one. How many? It's 4 of us, yo. Split the shit.
Thank you. It's easy.
I ain't doing it no other. I'm not doing it no other way.
You don't deserve to get nothing because you ain't gonna bring no sources.
Man, cut it out, Reggie. Not like that. I'm with you, but he's saying stuff in the spirit of let's put it together. Don't say you don't deserve to get
y'all
nothing.
gonna pick if Sarnetta gonna be the promoter, right? Then it's a 5-way split. Anything less than that, I'm not doing it.
Okay, so at least we willing to talk about that, but we ain't. You know what I'm saying? If y'all is willing to do that,
because Reggie deserve to get his money. I get my money.
Because I'm
gonna get his money.
You ain't gonna get no source.
That's fine, but Reggie, now I'm advocating for you, Reggie. I'm advocating that
you ain't advocating for me.
I actually am.
I don't need you to do that.
I wanna make sure you get what you're supposed to get because I'm in your career. So I want to make sure you get that. Smash know how to negotiate his money. He do it for a living. Garfield know how to do his money. He do that for a living. Sarnetta do that for a living. And Brother Ank know how to do it. Reggie the only one get cheated. You the only one don't get no bread, yo, for this, yo. I'm trying to help you out.
Exactly, because I've tried to do it for the people. This is not what I wanted to do for my life, right? I'm on hold.
I agree, but it's changed now.
I like to give to my people. You like to take.
Reggie, stop that.
Reggie,
to the people. That's why folks end up dying broke. Stop that. You need to get paid for the debate, bro.
I agree with you.
Did he say
I gotta agree with Garfield on
that,
though.
That was crazy, Reggie.
What you Garfield? Hold on, somebody got to.
Hold up, Reggie.
But I get quality information.
Hold up.
Wait, hold on.
You took care of Dr. Ben. You took care of Dr. Clark. You take care of Leonard Jeffries right now. Bro, stop this doing for the people. Where are you at to say you're doing it for the people, bro?
Exactly, because you know what?
Y'all gotta stop that foolishness. You taking time out of your life.
Hey, listen, Garfield,
when you take me to the museum, we gotta pay you. You took time out of your day to take me and every other person to the museum. You gotta get paid.
Then he
if you gonna take time to research,
you know what? When I take you to the museum, Garfield, I enjoy taking you to the museum.
You gotta get paid, bro.
After
all of that.
We didn't work this hard to get this thing right here. Hey Reggie, I don't mean no harm, yo. This ain't the days of Dr. Benham, yo. I already understand. Hold on. This not the days of Dr. Benham, bro. Yo, we do this to monetize the culture, nigga. We won't get the money off of it.
Yeah, knowledge course.
We're not
get the money.
Right, we're not gonna sit back and then it take time to beat you up, yo. It take time to go up against Smash. I got to look at everything fucking with Smash. I can't go in there slipping. Garfield know it. So no, dog. The time away from my life and my kids. You only get one shot at you.
Yeah, but this the crazy. This the crazy thing right now.
Who's this?
This is a real crazy. This is Brother Law talking. Reggie, this is the crazy thing that he just said to you indirectly. He respects Smash, but he ain't got no respect for you.
Oh yeah, but I know that.
Why we on that level though?
Nah, like Reggie. Hold on.
Brother, I respect Smash.
Reggie.
I'm right here.
Hold on a second, man. Y'all need to stop this, yo.
Yeah, thank you, Garfield.
And Reggie would be on the goddamn phone 2 minutes after the show.
And me and I just got off the damn phone.
I know that.
Yo, I see. Yo, stop. Yo, I've seen Smash. I was his chauffeur. He exposed me the other day.
No, I didn't say chauffeur. You see, this is what happened. You always bust me out, and I always got a nice reply. You said that time that Smash you ain't never seen me debate. I know you said I lost Camino trial, and I said, damn, that's cold, because you took me to Camino trial and took us out to eat afterwards, and then said none of that. Now that's some real shit though.
I had to correct myself. I was wrong because you did debate. I was
Thank
wrong.
you, bro.
I definitely was wrong.
Yo,
I was a chauffeur.
You gotta notice I just defend, bro. I be defending hard. I don't be coming at you, Garfield. You be coming at Kemet, and I defend hard. You gotta realize that.
Said to me, you was the chauffeur.
I mean, man, dog. I didn't say the words though.
But on the
I said you a good driver, but you not a chauffeur. That was my joke, remember? Because you said you a good teacher, but you not a debater. I said, yeah, you a good driver, but you not a chauffeur.
But
that's just how my brain works.
Garfield smashing Ank and Garfield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm speaking from a. I'm speaking. Yeah, I'm speaking from a.
Been a replacement of the population, nigga.
I'm speaking from a student standpoint. This debate here will be extremely educational for students like myself. I hope and pray that y'all can make this happen.
Yep, I'm with it. I'm with the smoke. I'm putting it all on the line. That's what I do. I'm gonna show you why science defeat everything. Every science is undefeated, dog. It's undefeated. You hear me? That's why I can do this.
So I hate when the Knicks play this.
Science defeated you.
Science is undefeated. Look. Hey, Reggie, you know what you've done this whole conversation? Let me exploit your weakness here. When you're in trouble, the white man becomes the devil. But that TLA is a tool of a white man. A white man made that. I'm gonna say this again. When you're in trouble, white man is this. We defeated the white people. It's the only way to defeat white people is to bring that smoke like Diop's and them brought, right? And out of everything that they threw at him,
I took you in front of the white folks. What are you talking about? What museums you go to, Ank? You don't go to no museums.
Reggie, that's not true. Reggie, I've been loving.
What library you go to?
Reggie, I do Google. And you did teach me about libraries that museums had. I've never shied away from that, Reggie. See, I don't got in front of the kick.
Why you trying to knock
Reggie, that's what I'm saying. So I appreciate the good stuff you bring. You
act like you appreciate it.
I'm acting like it, Reggie, but I ain't gonna let you throw all that shit in the trash on. Leave me by myself, yo, and start teaching pseudoism with Ali Muhammad and them.
I'm not gonna do that. Call me no name. I would just suck it up. But you want to go out and call me name and think it's funny.
I didn't call your name.
It's funny.
All right, so now let me get this straight. Calling a person a pseudo is calling them a name.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, stop doing it. I wouldn't call you that name.
Well, check this out, Mr. Smart Glasses. Don't worry about the people with the funny hats. Look at the people with the colored glasses, right? The people got 2 or 3 different pairs of colored glasses. That's your trick.
Oh, man.
Nah, it ain't about calling you pseudo make you something, Ank. It's about people you respect and love and get down with, flipping and not having a way to falsify your information and resorting to ad hominems to win and calling you pseudo. That's the difference, you feel me? Because that's why I took offense and went on a rampage when I heard you on this channel say Smash is a bona fide pseudo right after I woke up out of bed. My rage went from 0 to 100 and ain't all the way down to 0 back yet.
Nah, you said I got 10 years of it. I heard you.
Yeah, I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So it's about the love and respect. When these clowns is calling you pseudo, you don't give a fuck. Well, excuse my language, but if you gonna say, that's what Reggie's expressing. He not being sensitive. He's saying you, brother Ank, calling me pseudo. It's much different than a pseudo calling you pseudo.
You know, it's weird because a lot of arguments, conversations we have years ago, 10, 12 years ago, and if you're going, you might not hold to that anymore. You know, what if I was like a voodoo practitioner and I could read people's palms and all that stuff? All of a sudden I come and say, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. I've been teaching this for 20 years. And you pull out a video. I'm on the phone telling people, hey, if you Scorpio, this is going to happen in your life. You're like, what? That's Garfield. I'm exposed. So people do change their minds, but people got to understand that at the point we're at right now, this is where we're at. This is what we're debating. So people are going to have different opinions of what they feel at this point. Smash, tell us the time period.
Nah, hold on, Reggie.
Black, please.
No,
I got $5 on the screen. Whatever you're ready.
Garfield, hold on. Smash made a point, right? If I start practicing pseudoisms, I expect y'all to call me out on it. Y'all can look at my whole career, right? And
career?
Yeah, you
What
can look at
career
my
you
whole
got?
career on YouTube. It's called a YouTube career. I'm a
He
YouTuber,
coming
Reggie.
for you,
You got?
No, it's fine, Reggie. I'm a YouTuber. You did the whole run around and do all that with Dr. Benham. I never claimed none of that, brother. I never said I did none of that, yo. You the one did all that. I ain't do all that, yo. Never said I did, Reg. So I'm a YouTuber, brother, and I felt like being on YouTube.
Okay, so everybody
dealing with
knows
the punch
this is Ank's
community,
career.
right? My deal was there's something out there that I felt like our community should have, and that would be scientific literacy. And so I used that tool. And don't hate me, hate the game. So when I call you a pseudo, it's because in this particular topic, you're going against the established body of knowledge. That's all that meant, Smash. That not you, the person I met you.
Oh no, I think you did. Yeah, we got over it. I'm talking about Reggie. I was saying Reggie really ain't being sensitive. He probably felt a little bit of what I felt, is what I was saying.
Yeah, but y'all feeling because y'all know y'all trying to push that motherfucker too far. That's why y'all feel it. Y'all can't push that.
I disagree. The real issue is
give us your claim. Give us your
y'all
claim. Y'all
ain't prepared to falsify what we saying.
But the experts,
we gotta but present the experts who have. That's what you have to do.
Right, and that's what
and then we'll see that really ain't the case. You know what I'm saying? The last public discourse had on that was in 1974, and after that, everybody just rocked one direction. So, in honesty, the best thing we doing is pushing the work for whether Reggie is correct, whether I'm incorrect, whether we saying the same thing or we saying different things. Our research seemed to line up so much that we are now about to defend a stance of something that we didn't even really work on together. He doing this independent research, I'm doing mine. So in order to let me show you, what was the question you had about genetics, Garfield? Because I want to show you how you falsify stuff. The way that you guys should falsify the things. Ask me any of your genetic questions about Kemet. I'm going to just show you how we do. Wasn't you about to go into a section right before this where you said something about the genetic question you wanted to get into? I'm just segueing so we could get off that.
Today or before? Not today.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'll surrender the floor.
So, here you go. Hey, Garfield, can you share my screen though?
Hey, hold on, Smash. Did you answer that question for that guy for the $5? Norman.
I'm sorry. Smash. I think I wrote it in the chat. It was from the 12th dynasty on when all Egyptians started using a chemical called bitumen, which was considered one of the sweat of the gods in order to take on the image or the form of the god. And so when they rubbed it on their deceased body, it made them turn black. But in the research papers, we find out that all ancient Egyptians didn't have to do that. And in the time periods when it got more, when the people got lighter, the percentages of people putting black bitumen on the deceased increased, so they could look like the image of the black god Osiris, Asar was there.
That makes a lot of sense.
Garfield, you actually
perfect black. You're perfect black. It makes a lot of sense.
You really I mean, if you study anything about mortuary sciences, all bodies turn black though.
You fell in the trap. Y'all heard it? Y'all got the screen? Let me turn on my camera. So that's called black putrefaction. Before I won't let you mess that up, that process happens in 10 to 20 days after a body, but embalming stops that process. As a matter of fact, oh my gosh. So you gonna wiki?
No, I ain't wiki nothing. I got my source up here to show you. It says indigenous African societies do not use the term black as a racialized identity outside of the influence brought in by Western cultures. So I would have to ask myself, then why do we keep doing it?
Oh, and I think the subject. I thought you was talking about the bodies that turn black. Okay. I thought you was talking about the bodies that turn black. And you said that all bodies turn black when they die, and I was about to disprove. I was about to falsify.
No. So you're saying once they mummified, it slows that process down, but naturally speaking, bodies turn black. That's
no. Let me show you something. Can I share my screen?
Yeah. So now this is problematic because it seems like Ankh really don't know science.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Show me the bodies don't turn colors. Okay.
All right. Can I share my screen?
Go ahead. I'm not good.
I'm sorry. That's the wrong. Oh, let me stop.
Now he says colors and he changes it from black. Okay. So this is so.
Do y'all see this?
I'm not gonna call him Pseudo.
How long y'all think she been dead? Dated 1800 BC. Man, it won't look good on the date of the occasion.
No, I'm saying, why is you showing that?
I'm showing you because bodies don't just turn black.
I mean, I don't understand this. Like, come on, man.
This is a mummy, a person who got mummified that is not black.
Man.
Correct? Didn't you just say bodies just turn black to explain away the blackness of the mummies we were talking about?
That she was mummified, right?
Did say color though. He said color. He did say color.
So that's what I'm saying. Her color didn't change to black.
Yeah, but she's mummified.
Yeah, so are the other specimens. We got equals control. We got some black specimens that were mummified and some white specimens that was mummified.
I know. Where's the unmummified bodies? What they look like?
But those Kemet don't care about that. We always looking at mummies. So why would we look at data that don't matter? As a matter of fact, all of these deaths in Egypt were subject to it being embalmed and preserved. So what happens to a body when it's not preserved would be irrelevant to the content.
Well, it actually not, because the point I was making was naturally occurring bodies, when you die, you turn black, is what I said.
Well,
you talk about the mummification. That's
I can show you.
And so, but hold on. But so the real gist of the conversation is, why would they make it black? Because they had He's the black one. Now, was they talking about the black skin? And that's the issue that we're always having here.
Yeah, they were talking about the black skin. Yeah. We got primers for that.
Okay. All right. You missed it.
Actually, we showed how you have to. That's why they rubbed it on the skin of the deceased so they could match the image of the god. See, if the deceased looked like this, they would rub the black on them. But if the deceased was already black, you wouldn't have to rub it on them. Obviously, you're just going to waste the chemical. So right here, this is how you quickly falsify stuff. First, because we were simply talking about why the ancient Egyptian mummies are black. Yeah, the dude didn't turn black. And so what I pointed out was there is a process that stops that. So if the process stops it, well, then the mummies we see that's black might just be black. Yeah, Cedric, to match the image of God. Shout out to you in the chat. It was actually to match the image of God. We got the ancient Egyptian term for that.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it. That's right, what I'm asking y'all.
Yeah, but that don't make it black people. Y'all using that to say they black people.
Well, no. So here's the thing: they were people, right?
No. Come on, Smash.
I'm talking about the deceased. These deceased.
They did.
Like this guy a human right here?
Yes.
So when he got deceased, he had a concept of going into the afterlife, and his nature and the person that he worshipped was black. This is the truth. I can show y'all this in scientific documents.
I know. How is that making a point of why the population?
You got a lot of questions.
No, you switch it. Y'all just switch it.
Not. No, I thought that was the reason for y'all.
No, I thought we were simply talking about the mummies at first. We switched into another chessboard if we start talking. I got stuff for the population too.
No,
you want to see that?
With the overall conversation.
Don't give him nothing.
Population.
We was just talking about the mummies, y'all. Don't do me like that. I beat the brakes off the fact that the mummies was black so bad that now we can't remember that's what we was talking about.
But why would we be talking about it?
So why did you say all dead bodies turn black then? If you was talking about the population?
Because I thought you was trying to make a point that the mummies, the reason they was black and the reason they made them black was to represent the black skin of the people. That's what I thought.
Well, that was just a misunderstanding, but that was very close to what is true.
Oh, so you actually say so? I'm not wrong when
no, that was just a misunderstanding, but it's very close to what is true. They actually, because they was deceased, you got to remember. So they ain't gonna be seen by the population no more. They going into a casket. The only one they think that's gonna see them is who? Wasser or the Netchers, and so they got to match the image of the gods. Okay, so that's all I was saying. So they made them black, and the ones who was already black, you didn't have to make black.
The ones that was already black.
Because imagine. Let me show you what I mean. So these are all mummies.
Information Smash. Why you see he's unlearned?
Well, this is my man, though. We just talking. Maybe we can come to some understanding. Now, we see this person wasn't mummified, right? This is called the Salt Man. He just died of a natural death. Laid there for thousands of years. All the sources on the screen, I said he called the Salt Man. All right? And now, he didn't go through the process of turning black. So if they would have had him in Kemet, they would have put black bitumen on him, before they mummified him so that when he met the Netchers, he was in the proper image and effigy. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, by the way, man, let me get this out. By the way, too. So I never got a debate coming up with Dr. Carrier and Jabari about what's the topic again? About pretty much plagiarized from Kemet, the same foolishness. But just to let y'all know, it's happening on December 23rd. All right, just to let y'all know. I'll put the flyer up in a second.
Let me know when I can share this so we can deal with the genetic thing. It won't be hard. From the genetics of African populations in health and disease, we read, it is known that with a small amount of one-way gene flow per generation into a population, with or without sections favoring the genes in question, that frequency can change, that frequency can change appreciability in several hundred years. It has been shown that the modern Egyptian population was affected by migrations during the Islamic period. It has also affected, it was also affected during earlier periods where there was evidence of marriage with Near Easterners and others. However, any ancient migrations from this area and before have been assimilated into the local populations subject to their social and physical environments such that the gene flow now reflect the local Nilotic population history. It won't be hard. So here's a source here.
Hold on, Smash. Don't move. Stop right there. This is talking about the current African populations or the current population within Egypt. Right now, it says the current population, where it says reflect a local Nilotic population, right?
Mm-hmm. So then what we talking
about? So now,
did you not read where it says it has been shown? That's why I was emphasizing that sentence, and y'all still didn't get it. All right, check it. It has been shown that the modern Egyptian population was affected by migration during the Islamic period. Did y'all hear that?
That's a vague statement. How was it affected?
It is also affected during the earlier periods. Now, we can open up the whole book, but this is what I'm saying. You got to falsify this source. You can't just say, I'm pseudo. In order to make your crowd think, you got to falsify the source.
Hold on. Well, looking at it right now, I can't falsify it. But I want to say this, though. When the Arabs came in, you remember they came in twice. They didn't come in once. You know this better than me. So now when they came in, and some of the Egyptians there joined the Arab army. So I'm trying to figure out how was it a turnover when basically it was just them putting up a vassal king or a vassal person.
All right, let me go to the explanation.
While they kicked out the Greeks, by the way. The Greeks had a pathway out.
Let me go to the explanation. We'll address that. You want to share this screen?
Yeah, but Egypt was always accepting of other cultures. So wouldn't we have always had a mixture of people even at all times?
Yeah, it's people who deny that. Well, why do we deny it when it comes to genetics? We say it wasn't an influx of people that came in and changed the population. We say the modern Egyptians was just the same forever, right?
We never said that though.
We never said that.
Whoa. Hold on.
I'm gonna end the debate before it starts. Let me stop. I'm gonna end the debate before it starts.
Yeah, go ahead and stop.
Yeah, I'll stop. Yeah.
So I just want to do this. Let's go back to the mummies. I don't like to run through things pretty fast, right? And so, like I said, there are 4 stages to decay when you're dealing with dead bodies that have not been mummified. That's the point. That's the statement I made. I said they turn black eventually. About the second stage, when the gases start to escape.
No, you're 100% right. You're right on that. It's called black putrefaction.
That would be the second stage.
All right. Well, when they start turning black, it's black. Yeah, they go through all this other stuff. Take like 10. You was 100% right. What I said was all of our specimens are mummies.
Got you. That's not a problem.
So that means that data wouldn't, they've been preserved, basically.
Okay, all right, right. So now the next point I want to make is about when we make the statement that populations came into Egypt, right? So where are they coming in from? Are we saying when they changed their genetics, did they change the skin color? Because I think that's really what we're saying at the end of the day. We're talking about why they so light skinned. basically.
Well, that's other people who be acting like genetics could tell you what color people is. So they say they had this marker so they wasn't black. I don't be doing that. But they got an explanation page right here. I don't got my water, so pardon me if I.
No, I just want to make that point that those populations that came from the Middle East, we got them on Egyptian walls. They just as brown as the Egyptians. Am I wrong in that though, Smash? We can look at how they look. They got brown populations coming from the Middle East. Am I tripping? Am I making that up? I can pull up Egyptian art.
That's what the source say too.
Okay, so that's why I'm saying my argument would be, even though they came in, they was coming in with light brown skin too, right? I've never denied the fact that the Hebrews would have light brown, the dark. I mean, not dark, but they would have light brown skin. No more different than the Khoisan. We don't discount the Khoisan from being indigenous African because of the color of their skin. So if you look at the skin map and the radiation, those indigenous populations would have ranged, and that northern population in North Africa will have the same skin color as those in the Levant right beside them. And then you can match that up with the Egyptian art, and it will show you that.
My sources ain't even one-sided. They say it's for us to use it however it could be used, but we was just at least we was at. I don't know about no type of displacement, but somebody said something about Reggie, the genetic.
And that's where Reggie dives in and says that the fact that it was the migration changed the skin color. Wait a minute, those people migrate, those his coast, and they would have had the brown
skin.
It
said the science say it changed their contingency, but I thought it was a difference between making them leave. So one argument is they all left, and one argument is they mixed and assimilated. My data is showing that they mixed and assimilated. There's other data to show when people got up out of there. And Reggie got a lot of that research. So put it on the screen. Put it on the screen if you will, Garfield.
And them his goes been there.
This is very interesting, right? Because I had to study this because of my arguments with people of Arabs who wanted to claim that they didn't do anything when they went into Egypt in a negative light. So now you have different sources, and it's good to compare the anthropology with the archaeology and the history and the genetics and look at what actually happened and the documents of different sources from the Arabs and from the Christian perspective, right? So now, I don't know if people know this, but the Egyptians joined the Arab armies that left them or when they associated with them. They didn't fight them when they came in the second time. They actually celebrated when they came in. So I'm trying to figure out from a logistic perspective, why would the Egyptians leave if they were celebrating when those people came?
Well, let's check this out because it's giving an explanation to what they said on the first page. It says, of course, during the Greco-Roman and Islamic periods, there was substantial migration from non-African regions and biocultural assimilation between groups. It is important to remember that there were indigenous people there, specifically Amazigh and the ancient Egyptians, both of which had assimilated others after their ethnic emergence and had complex biological histories prior to the crystallization of their identities. Neither of these people disappeared, but via interactions, they were changed. We still have Amazigh, Nubians, Egyptians, Beja, and others who may have assimilated or been assimilated. It says they often adopt a new language, religion, and customs, but are aware of their origins. We have Arab tribes who assimilated indigenous Africans in the Sahara and other regions. It says another instance is that of Arabs who were assimilated by Amazigh, There are Arabized Africans, the ancient Nilotic people from Alexandria to the Khartoum and parts of the Maghreb. Many populations I gotta finish. Somebody finish it. I gotta go get some water. It basically says many populations have multiple ancestry and there are multiple descendants. So again, this is a testament to not this.
That's a good source.
Yeah, it is a good source. You hooked me up on this, but it says, let me just read this before we go. Neither of these people disappeared, but via interactions, they were changed. So my argument is they were changed, but I'll be right back.
Man. All right, hold on. Wait, no, Garfield, come on. Don't dive. That's my point, yo. If you thinking a population would look exactly the same from 10,000 BC to 2023, that's great. It would never happen that way.
Well, but that was what we when we talked
no,
about.
that's not what Reggie's saying. Reggie's saying,
okay. Well, Reggie can speak for himself. I'll be back.
Yeah, Reggie is saying that the population has been displaced. When that source clearly say that they ain't went nowhere. They might amalgamate a little bit here and man, a little there. Okay, that's not an argument. Go ahead, Garfield. Come on, Garfield.
I was going to say, I got the impression, though, from my previous conversation with Smash, that they did leave out. I mean, one of the things he brought up was the whole time with the 25th dynasty. I'm hearing a different change here today, but I want, because it's two different time periods, more than likely. So I will say this, though, that when the Arabs came in the first time, they got their ass whooped by the Egyptians with the Nubians' help. I'm talking the Islamic period. Then they went the second time, and the Egyptians, the indigenous Egyptians, were celebrating because there were still Greeks and other people, Christian people that's there that was ruling the culture. Mm-hmm. So the Greeks had to be escorted out. That was a deal they cut with the Arabs when they was fighting them. Escort us out freely so that they could go where they want to go. So that was one of the things that we got to address. But those people weren't, and I don't feel, I'm gonna say this to everybody that's listening, I don't see the Arabs intermixing a lot.
The source says it, bro. They say they ain't went nowhere.
Right. Okay. No. I know that.
If you read it, like this the part when I get infuriated. I got the book.
I figured out.
All right.
Right, that's all I'm saying. Reggie, say something. If you just let Reggie,
okay, so let Reggie say.
So what about the population being displaced against this book that said it hasn't? Go ahead. Good. So it's clear Smash is saying something different than what you're saying, Reggie. Do you agree with this source, Reggie?
Yeah. Let Reggie say what he's going to say.
Do you agree with this source, Reggie?
Before you go, Reggie, we got to read this. Okay. It says, Pagini et al. 2015. Have shown that there was substantial migration gene flow into Egypt during the first millennium of the Islamic period, which indicated a change from the original population. Now, hold on, because that's what I've been arguing with Gozi. But right now, I think we talking about we want to see some people run and get up out of there. Now, listen, movement from Southwest Asia coupled with the social practices of polygamy would have increased the non-P2 lineages in the male-descended populations and Southwest Asian lineages from females. Migrations from other sources would play a role. Social selection may have further amplified these effects. Drift may have contributed. There would have been gene flow from Southwest Asia and Europe into Egypt during the preceding Christian period, as well due to European and Southwest Asian influence, and during the Pharaonic period, also based on the Amarna letters, which indicate marriages to Southwest Asian women. That must not be forgotten. What must not be forgotten is that there was an indigenous population in the Nile Valley that emerged from processes in northeastern Africa. So again, that's so much source material on the Islamic invasions changing the people. I think that's already dead unless somebody could either present a source that falsifies it. But y'all can move on to the
No, I like this because now we're having a real conversation. And so it as human beings, it wouldn't make sense for the population to be the exact same, looking the exact same way from 10,000 BCE all the way to 2020. That don't even make sense. Nobody actually will ever argue that. So nobody's debating whether certain changes in the population occurred. What we're saying is those people are fundamentally the same people. We're not saying looking exactly the same way. Then that means that I wouldn't understand human migrations, right? That's no one would actually argue that.
People do argue that. Gozi argued it. I know if you in the bushes, come in, Gozi, because this source right here.
But I don't agree with Ngozi using genetics to do that. I've never agreed with that. I've made a firm stance on that. That's the rule, right? And that's why that article that they used with North African populations, the 123 mummies, I've never agreed to that. It was a clear stop sign right there that says don't do that. It said do not Absolutely do not use this article as
Okay.
being indicative of the whole population.
Hey, y'all say the modern Egyptians are the ancient
But I just
Egyptians.
don't agree with
Yeah.
that, bro.
But that's all the
That's what y'all
chief
said.
ex-Mediterranean.
You said
I
what?
said the modern
The modern
Egyptians was the
Egyptians,
ancient Egyptians. This is
ancient
showing you that
Egyptians.
they ain't.
No, that's
And
not
y'all
saying
agree
that.
with that.
No, that's
And
not
y'all
saying
agree with
that.
that.
No, that's not actually saying that. That's not what
It
that's
said they
saying.
changed.
All right.
Go ahead, Smash. My bad.
Let's just say that
You're
that
right, you're
population.
right.
No, it's actually saying that although these are the same people, they have changes in them.
Okay.
No, it didn't
That's
say
not
that.
an
Read
issue.
that again, man.
No, bro, so then y'all gotta prove it was a whole population that left. That's the point.
No, they said they didn't leave, but they mixed
Right,
up
they
with
didn't
so many
leave.
people they don't
That's
even look
fine.
like the people who built the pyramids, basically.
Okay, all right, but now we're on the looker ship. That's fine too.
You said they had clothes
But they
on,
the
yo.
same
That's why
people.
they changed, yo.
No, that is part of it. No, I didn't.
You said the
say
clothes
that.
thing.
So,
Remember?
so, Mr. Rich, if you're gonna come on, we're not even doing this type of shit right now, yo. If that's how you want to carry it, I can carry it all the way out the door, yo.
Well, that's what you said.
Statement.
I'm just saying what you said. That's all.
I never said that, Rich. Tell the
Okay.
people what I
I'm
said.
gonna
Hold on.
leave.
Said the
No,
reason
Reggie.
why they
No,
changed
Reggie.
is
What did I say,
because,
Rich?
because they had on clothes
About a half
and they
an
invented the
hour.
clothing thing.
What did I say, Rich?
For a half an hour, I was trying to say what
Yeah,
my
but you
point
talked
was.
for 45
Everybody
minutes
was
anyway,
talking.
though.
So you just talking about nothing. What source you showed all day?
All right, okay, all right, Reggie.
All right, so I'm gonna
just
leave.
make sure you show up on the day to debate. Do
And,
that.
and listen, man.
Do
So
that.
there is a debate coming.
I don't need no Reggie
Hey.
gonna tap out. As you.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I am not tapping out.
Okay, all right,
I
then,
just
so then
think
be
that
quiet then.
I just think you got some books you need to add to your book collection.
No, I don't.
I think
Let
the
me show. I'm gonna
methodology
show this source to show you how
is wrong.
wild you is. Let me show you here. I'm gonna give you a basic source to show you that the whole conversation is wild. Here, I'll just start off at the basic level. Here, let me start everybody from the beginning. This is simple, basic level right here. Nobody's getting by this. Hey, Garfield, come on, Garfield, you gotta stop tapping.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna leave. I've been trying to speak. I can't speak, so go ahead,
man,
talk over me. I'll see you. I'll see you. I'll take down what I was gonna do about my video on population, and I'll wait. I'll do something else.
Why you gonna wait, Reggie? If the shit is that serious, you don't gotta hide it. I don't get that, Reggie.
Nothing.
Reggie,
right?
I want you to know.
Talking.
Reggie,
So we
I
can
want
talk.
Reggie.
I'll wait.
Reggie, I want you to know, Reggie. The whole hide the sources thing, yo, it's not gonna fly, Reggie.
No,
That's
we don't
nonsense.
hide our sources.
Reggie, so if your sources is that good, Reggie, if your sources is that good, they're gonna stand regardless. That's really how actual debate's supposed to go. Yes, they will, Reggie. They will, Reggie. Okay.
They absolutely are. I don't
what
have
I'm saying is what I'm saying, Reggie, is indigenous African societies do not use the term black as a racialized identity outside of the influence brought in by Western cultures. So the Egyptians did not have influence from Western cultures. The African Americans have influence from Western cultures. They use the word Negro, Reggie, and the word Negro means black. So every time you say the Egyptians are black, I'm talking.
What does the word Kim mean?
Exactly what you're saying. I'm doing.
What does the word Kim mean?
It doesn't mean
Didn't I just show you where it said dark skin? Didn't I show you from the expert?
Reggie,
but your magic glasses don't allow you to see that.
Reggie, you made that up, Reggie. So I'm gonna say this again.
Oh, I showed the source.
It's a racialized term, but I thought you said nobody's.
Reggie, let him go, yo, so we can stick to information. Yo, go ahead.
Reggie don't want to stick to the information, right?
All right, go ahead.
The information in the beginning.
This is what you want.
I know, Reggie. I know, but let him go ahead and read this up.
Look, Reggie, this is like you like to do, Reggie. You like to use the racialized term because black is a racialized term. In sociality, racialization, right? Is a political process, right, of ascribing ethnic or racial identities to a relationship, social practice, or group that did not identify itself as such for the purpose of domination and social exclusion. Racialization and ethnification often rises out of, watch this, the interaction of a group with a group that dominates or wants to dominate. Look, and the group that wants to dominate ascribes racial identity to other groups for the purpose of what? Reducing or continuing their ways of domination and for reinforcing their social exclusion practices. That's why they called us black, Reggie, because
what
they
this got to do with
the term.
Yo, what this got to do with
nigga?
Right, yo?
Nigga, you gotta let me fucking finish.
What this got to do with he just?
Because the fact that we're using the term black to identify ourselves was based off of Western culture. The fact that we had scientific racism was based off of a dominant group that wanted to separate and divide us based off of intelligence, based off the way we was thinking, based off the way we looked. They made it negative because it helped do what? It dehumanized us. So now that we would actually keep using that term based off all available data, understanding what I'm saying right now, it makes no sense. So Nile Valley Africans wouldn't have had to use that term. It doesn't make sense. Okay. It's an anachronism.
It doesn't make sense to you, but there's a period of time where ancient Egyptians are noticing their neighbors.
What time period would that be, Reggie? What time period would that be, Reggie?
Oh, that is the 11th dynasty.
So you saying 11th dynasty, light-skinned people came?
That is Petty to Marakari.
Okay, right.
And then it follows into another period where if you read the Ottenham, you say that people are separate. It says that people are separated by their skin and their character, right, and their language. They started.
Hold on.
Yeah, you see what he doing?
I can show you primaries on that right now. Y'all know how we do. Arrows up.
We go. What you, Captain Saber on?
We got primaries on everything Reggie just said. What you want to do, Garfield? I heard you. Hold up.
No, you dove in, though, Smash.
Yeah,
I dove in when I heard hold up, huh? I was gonna get your man's on the side. He was about to swing. I said, hold on, grab his arm real quick.
Hold on. Primaries that y'all actually don't have.
No, we got them right here.
I know, but Egyptian history is not like the biblical
history. You ain't ready. Listen, I'll get back on another day.
Reggie.
Hey, Reggie, you better do it. You better
hey, tomorrow, you're going to change the glasses to what? Green, Ank?
That's fine.
Blue?
Not an issue. That's not an issue.
Watch out for the people.
He wants you to let, come on, fall back, Reggie. He wants you to let Ank finish. He said he ain't going to kick you off, man.
I just want to finish my point. I'm trying to let you know that when you read the biblical history, they're trying to give you a whole congenial history from the garden all the way right to the time where they get kicked out of Israel and all that. But the Egyptians didn't have that. Each history started with the Pharaoh. So for us to apply one group, one dynasty to the whole of Egypt, that wouldn't be correct because they didn't have it. Like that's not what they was trying to achieve. They was telling the history of the Pharaoh. He's just because all right, okay. Hey, Garfield, get in. Get in. Come in there with that. Come in that debate with that.
Right.
I'm done. I'm done.
So we got two separate issues. One is we're talking about what the ancient Egyptians said in their own text about themselves and other people, right? We have that. The other thing is what happened to the populations of ancient Egyptians that were indigenous Egyptians, right? Because of a particular period, which is the trans-Saharan slave trade, right? Where one class, right, becomes dominant over another class, right?
Sorry.
And so that is a whole nother period where the North Africans, right, which means that when the Arabs came in, they converted the Berbers, those people in the North Africa, those people. Then what ensued was 1,000-year slave trade. 1,000 years of Black America ain't got nothing on the slave trade that Arabs put on Africans. 1,000 years, right? And Black people, darker skinned people, they were targeted for 1,000 years. 1,000 years. So the population that's there, certainly they can't be dark skinned because then
done, Reggie.
You said what?
I said you beat up. Garfield, share the screen. Don't talk me to death. Share the screen. Here you go. Let's read the
I'll see you. I'll see you.
Yeah, bye. This everybody is here's foreigners. Here you go. Here's foreigners in the tomb of what? What's the Egyptian name for it in the New Kingdom?
I'm talking about the trans-Saharan
Menaka Pa Seneb. This facsimile, a facsimile is a direct copy from the original. This facsimile copies a detail from a scene of foreigners in the tomb of Mika Hatep Seneb, whatever the hell. It's in the necropolis of Western Thebes. It's the painting depicts two foreigners in a procession. First is Syrian. The second is Cretan. Each identified by his attire, hairstyles. Here you go. Here's the pictures.
What does that mean?
Well, I'm just showing you skin color. We want to play the game.
No, we're not.
Oh, no. I'm showing you. Wait a minute. I'm trying to show you that these niggas is browner than you and they foreigners. This is a facsimile, meaning it's a direct copy from the original. Here you go, Reggie. So what are you trying to say about skin color and foreigners? I'm listening to you, Reggie. Yeah,
no, it's real quick. They're foreigners. That's
but look at them though, Reggie. But they're not foreigners because of their skin color, though, Reggie. They're foreigners because of the way they wear their hair and the way they dress,
right,
Reggie. So you're leaving that part out.
Is the modern Egyptian
No, you're leaving that part out.
The modern Egyptian population look, or is this population? No, the answer is absolutely
that's
no.
how the Syrians looked at 1,476 BCE.
Right. The modern population of Egypt, if you don't know, is mixed with
got you.
I got a
whole
Greeks,
file on you, Reggie.
Arabs, North African Berbers of different types.
Yeah.
They are mixed. These groups are not mixed like the modern Egyptians.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, you don't. You don't appreciate.
I do actually appreciate you. You give me a platform to beat you half to death over. I'm appreciating you.
Hey,
I'm gonna bring all the foreigners. Yeah,
that's just not happening.
Yeah, it's happening right now in front of your face.
I don't understand what that's proven.
That's proven. That is proven.
Hold on, Reggie. What's that?
That's proven that the way you really can tell an Egyptian is like the way they dress. Not the way their skin color is, because I'm showing you people with skin color that's brown than most of us on this panel right now.
I like that source, but so somebody said it's refuting what did somebody say that that's
it's refuting Reggie. Reggie think that the Egyptians, right, was some kind of way saying that we are the dark-skinned ones, but these foreigners are not that. But wait a minute, you got foreigners got the same skin complexion because they in North Africa, and so it makes sense for them to have that type of skin color variant. It just makes sense based off of science. See, you and Reggie argument is two separate things.
You're using science.
I know.
That's as pseudo as it possibly can.
Okay, brother.
We were talking about the modern Egyptian population at one point, and then you go back to the ancient Egyptian population.
Yeah, but nobody looks the same.
That population, it does not exist anymore.
Nobody looks. That's not true, because he just read a source that said they the same people, but they looking different.
No,
because that's evolution.
The same people when
you don't understand the source.
It's invaded multiple times.
Nah, man, no, they're not replaced. It's the difference between an invasion, colonization, and being replaced. You got 12 million. Hold on, you got 12 million Africans from West Africa that was interjected into the population of European. 12 million of them, and it ain't changed the damn population. 12 million of them, yo. So show me where 12 million foreigners came in.
I'm gonna go on my phone. I'm gonna take
all I saw is primaries, man. They hard to get around.
No, that was a primary just now. No smash.
Yeah, no, I seen that, but I just didn't understand it all the way.
Yeah, nobody understands.
Because I don't disagree. I don't think.
Reggie do.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry. Let me show y'all this. This is just. Let's read what Ipu says about the 12th dynasty. Tribes of the desert have become Egyptians everywhere, okay? Well, let's say that again. Tribes of the desert have become Egyptians everywhere. Indeed, the face is pale. What the ancestors foretold has arrived at fruition. The land is full of Confederates, and the man goes to plow with his shield. Indeed, the desert is in throughout the land. The nomes are laid to waste, and barbarians from abroad have come to Egypt. Indeed, men arrive. Indeed, there are no Egyptians anywhere.
I agree to that.
So hold on a second. Are you saying that you take this literally? So
this is a premise. This is a premise.
Hold on.
Yes,
sir. Are you saying you take this literally at this point? There were no Egyptian. You stressed it. No Egyptian. Yo, bro, come on. Are you serious right now?
100%.
Let me answer your questions. No, I'm not saying I take it literally. I said let me show you a primary account on what we're talking about. This account is from a man named Ipu. where this is the one people be trying to use to say the stuff about the Bible is true or whatever. In my attestations, I would tell you that this whole account is not even a real account. This is what remember he said that what the elders, what the ancestors foretold.
Yeah,
look, what the ancestors foretold has came to fruition. So he's saying his ancestors were telling them people gonna come from everywhere and take over Egypt. And then he ended it by saying, indeed, men arrived, blank, 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 and indeed, there are no Egyptians everywhere. So just to answer, it shouldn't be taken literally. It probably was just a figurative text. But we can see, first of all, we can see the ancient Egyptian mindset, the concept, and that they even was like, the same shit we talking about is going to happen.
Hey, let me say this, just to be clear, right? The iPod Papyrus is about people going into Egypt.
That's what I know.
Hold on. The reason why I say that is because you brought up the whole Hebrew thing, because they think it's people coming out. They were
the 10 plagues.
They were against the authority of Egypt. So the poor people, this was for the poor people or the broke people or the lower level people or whatever it is. They coming into Egypt to actually do something. So now with the iPod Papyrus, I'm still trying to figure out though why you even brought it up.
I brought it up to show that even ancient Egyptians had a mindset of them being the original people. Their ancestors said some people was going to come in, and then here we have a primary account. Some say it's true, some say it's not, of this occurring. But it's traced back to the time of when the Hyksos start coming in. Or we could say the second intermediate period or whatever. And so some say it's some truth to that, but it might not have occurred like this. Nevertheless, the text do say people coming in from everywhere and you can't find no real Egyptians nowhere.
Right. Yeah, it's a poem though, just for the record, it's a poem.
Yeah, it's more for
it don't got too much rhyme and wordplay in there, but it's been categorized as not like a text of truth.
Right, so it's not like a historical doc. Yeah, I agree, but it's not like a historical doc because they didn't write this shit like that. That's the point. So we can't use it that way. Reggie would, though. I'm sure Reggie would.
What you mean they didn't write it like that?
Meaning, no, I'm saying when you look at the biblical text, the people of the book, they was trying to give like a historical account, which is different from the way they was writing the histories in Egypt.
Yeah, the first 5 books is chronologically synchronized. So
yeah, they wasn't doing that in Egypt. So that's just one little time period, one little like it's a lot to put together. There's actually
see, that's why learning the language helps us, right? Okay. Because I could tell you what Wiki can't tell you about this. They could probably tell you it's a poem, but I could tell you Ipu actually breaks down to the great account. You won't find that nowhere, not even in the powerful books about this. That's drawn on my knowledge of the language. It means great. Account means Ipu. Okay, so even if they wanted to classify it as a poem, the person, when the person name tells what the story is, we all know those type of stories be fake anyway, because where you was born with the name, the great account, and then you told the great account. So I agree it could be classified as poetry, but what they want us to take from this is that this was supposedly a great account of something. I can show in the dictionary, Ipu is a testimony, an account, and means great.
Yeah, I I can always have a conversation with you away from Reggie because you're gonna be honest.
Let me ask you a question. When they said that the people's faces were pale, what did they mean? Was that a metaphor for something?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. It's actually a metaphor at that time. It could be exploited to say they was white, but when we look into it, I don't get that out of that because there's an expression in ancient Egyptian.
That's why we can always talk to Smash.
Well, there's I'm saying though.
Answer.
That's why
I like Smash.
I'm saying it do, but Bobby, it say they faces is pale though, bro. What we gonna do now in the debate? Y'all gonna have to falsify that too, see? Because I might have to smash rock all the way up. Like, look, pale faces coming in. And what y'all gonna do about that? You have to go talk to Ujahu. Now y'all gotta get Wu back or somebody.
Gotta get Wu back.
Ain't nobody else to help.
Calling Ujahu.
But nah, you cool. Garfield, the one who called me out, and I'm ready for you. You said I don't show up for debates. I'm ready for you. Let's do it.
I'm your inspiration, brother. I'm your inspiration.
Man. Word up. Shout out.
Hey,
to
Smash, are you weaponizing Meta Nature?
Nah, man, I just know it kind of cool. I try not to. So y'all can see, if anybody be having sources that could be used against their argument, it'd be mine. Because I will put stuff on the screen that's kind of 60% to my side. But if the person can't use it to form the argument against what we showing, you know what I'm saying, it's still
like
qualified.
The source you just showed?
Yeah, like this one. I mean, I'm saying you can flip this around if you knew the rest of the text, you know. But hey, you know.
Yeah, everybody uses it for their own thing, but what did the experts use it for?
Well, they say, like you said, it's not classified to be real, but this is what I was showing us. The mindset of a person who sit down and write a poem in Egypt in the 12th dynasty. That's what I'm trying to say. You see what I mean? If you gonna sit down and write a poem, and in your poem, you say, man, Egyptians ain't nowhere. It's people coming from everywhere. Then you know, first of all, that was even a real thing, or maybe you calling it a prophecy, because it eventually happened.
No, they actually did have foreigners coming in 12th dynasty. Yep, they talk about it, that they was actually considering that. That's real. Asiatics, but I can show you tiles of it, how Asiatics look. They be having blue eyes with dark skin and all that. So it's the whole thing, man. It's just, yeah, my contention is that the Nile Valley Africans didn't call themselves black people. Modern academia do not call the ancient Egyptians black people. It's a racialized term used to degrade people. We just flipped it as African Americans. We got a whole nother thing on what black is. Now we black and we proud, right?
So
And
everything you say has already been falsified publicly, so why would you have a debate on that? You know dang well ancient Egyptians called themselves black people. This is why you keep framing your argument within the social construct of race. This is why you had to go to Wiki to display what black people meant in America, and you want us to think ancient Egyptians used that social construct 3,000 years ago. But when we talk about physical appearance and the way that ancient Egyptians look, you know for a fact I done showed the people hundreds of times over and over that they called themselves black.
And that's interesting. Because I agree with you, because all the experts agree with you, though, Smash. That's why I don't understand the argument.
But I thought you just said the
back in
no.
Back in 1974, they said that the Egyptians had dark skin based off their geographical area. So the upper Egyptians would have had darker skin. Halal says the same thing.
No.
All documents I've ever read say they.
You switching up. We talking about called they self black.
No, and I'm saying is that racialized term didn't exist during the time of Egypt.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you got. Do you got your passport? I don't know if you ever left the country, but I know one thing: your brain is not being allowed to step outside of the constructs that these Europeans have created in America. If you ever seen the world from a different perspective, you will know that's not all encompassing. But it's not all encompassing, this racial construct. You think it's so all encompassing that you think it included ancient Egyptians who called themselves black at 2000 BC. That has nothing to do with what we call ourselves black right now. Again. And so maybe it would be more of an international perspective that will allow us to understand that social constructs in America don't got nothing to do with social constructs in Egypt, particularly 3,000 years ago.
So you're basically saying the Egyptians is the start of racism. So on the screen, we got the English language. The black sheep, right, is an idiom. No more different than the black bull.
See, there we go again.
They're all idioms. I'm just saying they're all idioms. So what is an idiom?
That's a misunderstanding.
Let me just finish my point. Let me be a misunderstanding type of dude. It's saying idiom is a phrase or an expression that typically presents a figurative and non-literal meaning attached to a phrase. That's it. So, I mean, for me, I understand it was an idiom, the black bull that Reggie is using. That's why the experts don't use it in the way he's using. They understand what that's all I'm saying, though, Smash. When they say
that's just confusing. That's confusing.
Okay, all right. I'll take that.
So it was less of an idiom and more of an epithet. One thing we learn in linguistics is linguistics don't cross, idioms don't cross language borders. An ancient Egyptian idiom, like you got to learn the idioms when you learn a new language so you can know how to be hip in the society. So when you come learn English, you got to know how to say, what up, though? Or something, I didn't even give you a proper idiom, you know what I'm saying? But you got to learn certain things that people say that aren't staples of the language, and they don't run across the world. They change with each language. And so particularly ancient Egyptian idioms ain't no place close. That's a grave mistake of trying to talk about the ancient Egyptian language and never studying it. They don't use no idioms in ancient Egyptian that we could equate to modern day. So it would be more like an epithet. When they say the black bull, that is attached to your character, you know what I'm saying? And the black sheep.
Okay, so what? But that's not attached to your skin color, though, right?
So here's the thing.
I'm saying, right?
It is in a way, though.
In a way, it is in a way, though. I'm gonna end right
why?
there.
I mean, we have to.
I gotta watch this game. I got.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But I get it. Okay, I just want to make go ahead, Garfield. I'm out of here.
Oh, he ain't gonna have nothing to do
yo,
once
Garfield,
you go, boy.
Let me say something. Hey, yo, did you guys forget how Egypt was started and where the people came from? You know what I mean?
Hey, man, I'm
Like
signing
Hebrew?
out, man. Huh?
Yeah. Hey, you really changed the discussion, yo. It's about modern Egyptians being the ancient Egyptians, yo. That was the first question, and you guys lost on that one specifically.
No, hold on.
You know
I'm
what I'm
finish.
saying? The article showed how the people migrated. It showed how the people was invaded, and they actually changed. Not because of the clothing, okay? It showed that. I'm straight up, yo. I'm talking about the information. It showed that. So you guys are wrong in that, period. And now the depopulation showed that
how
too
could
with
the
the source.
Egyptians there today be the ancient Egyptians? They don't.
Because
they don't
listen, the
speak
people who made up
They don't speak
Egypt
the
came
language.
from the
Listen,
sea group.
they don't speak the language, bro.
The sea
They
group,
don't
it
practice
showed how they
religion.
migrated up north to northern. To lower. I'm saying to lower Egypt, to lower Egypt. It showed how the people came from. It came from north and they went west.
So
It
you're basically
shows
saying that the Egyptians that's living in Egypt now, none of their scholars understand this history but African Americans.
Yo,
With
the
that,
people,
ladies and
even
gentlemen,
Christopher Eric said it himself.
where?
The people you guys use, they're not the same
I said
people,
where?
yo.
Where?
What do you mean, where?
Yeah, where?
Yeah, I'll bring the clip next time, yo. I'll bring that. Listen, of course, I'll bring the source, man. They've been going over this stuff for the last month, bro. And it's crazy how you guys don't understand and read the same thing.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
He just showed you the source.
They said they ain't went nowhere though. How you forget
that? It said some people didn't go, and a lot of people left too. It said that.
It didn't say that.
Yes. Yeah, two different.
Hold on a second. You say you're leaving. Let me ask Smash a question real quick.
I got I'm out of here.
Smash, how many examples do you have of Egyptians saying that they're black?
Tons of them. But I'll say right now to the archers in the chat, that's like 3 down, 2 to go. All right? I'm going to be the last one in this Zoom. Garfield, you're going to leave, have to give me the keys because your question's about to be answered. I have plenty of those, good brother, and they're all sourced by scholars. If you would like to share the screen, I could present some of them to your audience, if you don't mind.
All right.
Yeah, and I actually agree because I've heard several things where there was something referred to the divine black, where if an individual, the darker the individual was, some people would think that more divinity was inside of somebody based on how dark they were.
I'm about to speak to
that
concept. We're definitely going to speak to that with primary sources. And so the source for this right here, you could go to the Stela of Des Abkus in the Louvre, where we find, just like my brother was saying, that Osiris had another name, which was based on the root for blackness.
Right, perfect.
Now, it's very funny because some of the brothers who contend against this be like, why didn't he put the hair determinative if it was supposed to mean black? Well, in all actuality, when we look at the primary Akemi, we find the hair glyph on his name to let us know that he actually, or whoever wrote this, actually wanted us to think about the blackness, okay, when they thought of this black God. That's why when we often see him represented black, we see him represented green too, but here's the challenge when people throw that out. Ask them to show you in text him being called green. He's always called Kimi, or Kim-er, the great black. And this is also from the TLA down here, right? And so like my brother was saying, it has something to do with divinity. Let me go take you to a scientific publication from the Royal Society of Publishing, the significance of the petroleum bitumen in ancient Egyptian mummies. Now that, again, is what I told you is the thing that make the people black. After you don't just turn black, and if you mummify, it will preserve your state. But if we come to the conclusion of this, they gonna get unscientific and start talking about the stuff I be trying to tell people. Y'all see this is a complete sign. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all not seeing it. I'm sharing the wrong screen. Let me apologize. Here we go. Now, as y'all can see, once we get to this document from the top, from the Royal Society of Publishing, this is a complete scientific document that I can't really pronounce all the words and understand, but I could Google my way through it and come to a conclusion by using this, right? I mean, they got some stuff that you just got to know some of the science, but they can give us a conclusion. And the funny part about the conclusion, basically I can tell you what they're trying to see, and I'll go to a chart that illustrates it. They're trying to see why ancient Egyptian mummies is black, basically. And there was in the ancient time, well, in the Arabic times, the word mummy comes from Arabic, or some mumia. It ain't an ancient Egyptian term because of this chemical called bitumen, which they assumed was on the ancient Egyptian mummies. Now, in this analysis, this is what we gonna trip off, y'all. And this is just facts. I'm sorry y'all don't want to agree with this, but at least y'all could be open to the information. Now, in pre-dynastic times, out of the 9 mummies they tested, 0 of them had bitumen on them to make them look black. All right? But look, in the New Kingdom to the late period, when people start coming in, they had 18 mummies, and 9 of them put a conch on their body to make them look black when they was deceased. Now, it says Ptolemaic to Roman times, out of the 31 mummies, 27 of them put bitumen on their body to make them look black. Shout out to Chad, who just asked, yo, Smash, did the first inhabitants of the Sudan of ancient Egypt migrate there from present-day Sudan? I got some sources that say that, Christopher Eric, and I could put that on the screen, as well as Nob the Playa area we should look into. So now we can trip off this. What the question Europeans want to know is, what is the ancient Egyptian phenomenon?
Hey, Smash, hold on. The people at Naz Hazlet, where did they come from?
I'm not familiar with that place. Naz Hazlet?
Naz Hazlet or some crap.
I got to research that. You can tell me, and you want to fill me in on that?
All right, finish what you're doing, and I'll show you.
Okay, thank you. So right here they got, now just fill me on this, Garfield. The get that door, close the door for me, please. Thank you. The pre-dynastic mummies, none of them needed to put bitumen on their body to look black. Out of these 18 mummies, 9 of them in the Middle Kingdom. But when we get to the Ptolemaic and Roman period, 27 of the 31 mummies put this bitumen on the body to look black.
Man, not to interrupt you. How many mummies you talking about in the pre-dynastic?
So the whole specimen they had, again, I don't know why this number is the same, was 91, but this don't even add up to 91. So I don't know why they drew results from other things, but so if we just want to add up their total specimens right here, 31.
Oh, it's 91. Yeah. Keep it at 91.
So it's 40, 58. It's 58 right here. You feel me?
Okay. Yeah. Well, remember they have other sources across. I can't. Oh, let me take this off the screen. So you finish with this question, right?
Oh yes, sir. Yeah. All right. So look, but what we getting out of this is this: that there was a phenomenon that increased as more other.
Oh, you know what? That was the pre-dynastic was only 9.
Exactly. And no, it was out of the 9 pre-dynastic mummies they had, you're correct, because it says number analyzed and number containing petroleum bitumen. So none of them used it in the pre-dynastic times to turn black. We could look at them mummies. All of the mummies they looked at was black, by the way, as they wouldn't have even have worked for the specimen, because they're trying to figure out why they got this black bitumen on them. But it says 18 New Kingdom mummies, half of them had it. By the time we get to the Ptolemaic period, I think this was like 87%, but I'm not clear. So I'll just say 27 of them out of 31 had the stuff on them. So now let's read the conclusion. Because anyone can read this whole article and I'll share it in the chat. It says, it's notable that the number of extremely black mummies lack detectable bitumen markers. You feel me? So he's saying they was hella black, but it wasn't the bitumen that made them black, and we know they was petrified, so it wouldn't be they didn't go through black putrefaction because they were preserved, just like the white mummies that I'm showing. Now it says, notably by the Roman area of the folded arms in the Dynasty 21, of the 21 dynastic mummy, BM6. So we can see which mummy this is. Let's click on figure 1. Yeah, this mummy right here. All right, I hope it'll take me back. All right, cool. It says both bombs were very black and visually might easily be interpreted as being bitumen or containing significant concentrates of bitumen. Interestingly, the mummy with the folded arm has been dated to the end of the Roman period and might have been expected to contain bitumen. So they saying he wasn't naturally black. He got something on him to make him look black. So at the end, they're going to say clearly the black color of mummies is an unreliable indicator of the presence of bitumen. So they saying you can't say they black just because of this chemical. But watch when they start to get to their conclusion, they're going to do hella more scientific stuff. But watch this. Where's the conclusion? Oh, I got to keep going. Here it go. Now, this is crazy.
Are you saying, though, with all of this stuff because I don't think this is are you saying that the Egyptians are black because of what they do with the mummification, that they were always black? There's no.
Well, he's kind of.
I think you mean black like how we call black right now.
No, bro. Trust me. That's you. Don't do that on purpose to miss what I'm saying. Just simply, you needed to physically appear like the Netcher. And that's why I showed the Netcher's Osiris' physical appearance was hella dark black. All right, let me share the screen in a different way if you don't mind.
Chad, you needed something, Chad? Because I'm gonna let homeboy just build, man. Let him just build. Chad, you wanted something? Oh, my bad. Chad, what's up?
Peace. I just want to ask a question real quick.
What's up with you? Peace.
Yeah, well, your point is crazy, bro. I think that's man.
Did your mic go out? I didn't hear your question.
You got crazy echo.
Yeah, that's smash.
That's me echoing?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, let me stop it. Oh, they said something about when I shared the screen that way. Did it stop?
Yeah, it stopped.
I shared the screen the wrong way. That was my apology.
All right. Let me ask you this. So you're saying, what are you saying though? What is your point?
So can you please, my brother, because I think if you let me read their conclusion, then you'll be able to see my point better. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to link it to the meta. Well, here's the point. They basically saying in order to, you had to match the image of God, right? And this is a theological concept. And then I went into the ancient Egyptian text that shows that this is true when we go look into the embalming rituals. They had these oils called the sweat of the gods that came from Punt. That one of the oils they would get from Palestine, which was the bitumen. They would get it from Coptos in another area. And this was the black stuff that if your person died, I don't want to say if he wasn't black, but the data shows us that when they was black, you didn't have to put the bitumen on them to make the mummy look black. Okay. So if they were not the hue of the Netcher, they would rub a chemical on them so that when you greeted the Netcher in the afterlife, you would match the image and the form of divinity. You would be black as the black god. And the people who the specimens show us, they still had this theology, but they were in the old kingdom. The reason why those 9 specimens didn't have bitumen on them could possibly be because they were already black, as we see when we look at those mummified Egyptians. But let's read this conclusion and people could get it the scientific way. It said it's been demonstrated that for the first 2,000 years in which mummification was practiced prior to the New Kingdom, petroleum bitumen or natural asphalt was not used in embalming as a general practice. The earliest evidence of the presence of bitumen in mummification, a mummy balm, derives from the single individual dating to the end of the New Kingdom, 1250 to 1050 BC. The use of bitumen in balms becomes more prevalent during the Third Intermediate Period, 750 BC, and was extensively used during the Ptolemaic and Roman periods. Radiocarbon analysis have shown that even the presence of balm were likely never wholly composed of bitumen. It says this might reflect its initial rarity or the belief that some of the traditional materials had to be used if the mummification were to be efficacious. What's that word?
Efficacious.
Efficacious, thank you. All right, so that just means if it was going to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, it says, Although the use of bitumen became widespread in later periods, it was not ubiquitous as confirmed by sterine and Hopany biomarkers analyzed in the mummy bombs from these periods. So it was being used, but it wasn't all over the place, ubiquitous. It says the increase. Well, really, I don't even want to read the whole thing, but this is good for people to read. I want to get to the part because I'm going to bore y'all out. This is where I only had one more paragraph before they started, so let me be complete. It says, although the use of bitumen became widespread in later periods, it was not ubiquitous, as confirmed by sterine and Hopany biomarkers analyzed by mummy bombs from these periods. The increase in its use is attributed to the various factors, some practical, antimicrobial properties and other components of bombs and other cultural. Now that's what we're going to dig into, the cultural practices. It says it probably provided a simpler and speedier means of mummification. Many Roman record mummies lacked the excerptions and sometimes eviscerations that were common in early periods. So they didn't have to cut them up to put the bitumen and stuff in them. It says allowing for the embalmer a larger number of people across social classes and age groups. Additionally, the various sources likely became increasingly accessible as trade routes opened up and the control of the whole area was in the hand of Roman hands. Now this is what I should have started at. Look. Another explanation for the introduction of bitumen during the late Greco-Roman period might be due to a shift in funerary beliefs that involve coloring the body black. So they stepping outside of the science and about to go into some of the metal nature type stuff. It says the symbolism associated with the color black is significant, or the symbolism associated with the color black is significant. Black was associated with the rich color, the color of the rich fertile silt deposited by the annual Nile flood, a symbol of regeneration, rebirth, and resurrection, and a color together with green attached to Osiris, god of the dead, lord of the afterlife, and master of resurrection. By darkening the deceased body during the final phases of mummification so that it became black, he or she was literally transformed into Osiris, the living eternity.
So hold on. This is important here because...
And you said resurrection, right?
Regeneration, not resurrection. Oh yeah, it do say master of resurrection.
Master of resurrection. And this was what time period? They're saying the Greco-Roman time period. Am I correct?
So they're talking about the explanation for the introduction of it during their period is because you had to be black like the god. But they already had this concept. Wasir, this attestation I show of Wasir is going back to the 12th dynasty. So we can see the concept of the god being black was already there. And what we shown with the scientific data, it was the people who wasn't black who had to paint themselves with that bitumen to appear black because of this religious theology. But he's going to go more in, watch. And then this is what takes us into the metal nature. He says, bitumen itself seems to have been regarded as a commodity associated with sacredness and divinity. But he don't want to give it to that blackness alone. He's just saying the blackness from the bitumen. Now it says, he's going to do it. Excuse me, sorry. The ancient Egyptian word for bitumen is usually translated as MNNN, 3 N's, which has parallels with MNI, or many. That would be a nisba formed out of menin to say I don't want to say the black one, but one with bitumen on him, basically. Now this says, another text mentions amini on the flesh of the gods, all right? And then it says it mentions minit mixed with ahemet as an unknown substance to prepare the ointment meret. It says for application to the limbs of the god Amen, also to the fecundity. I forgot, I looked this word up yesterday. It means to be able to proliferate. But can anybody pronounce this right here? Fecundity, right?
Don't ask a Jamaican to do that shit.
Well, it's for the people who would like the word, I'll blow it up. I think it's fecundity, and it means to to like proliferate, to be able to.
FECU.
Oh, I done did something where I skipped through the article and I gotta refind it.
The ability to produce an abundance of offspring or
Yep.
So that's definitely connected to fertility.
Yep. So he's a fecundity deity. It says expressed in this guise as Amen Min Kamutef, who was also shown with black flesh. This is still the scientific article. It says a recipe from the temple of Efu lists
Hold on. This might be important because remember, Min was a Nubian god originally, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the blackness, okay, continue. I'm getting it. Go ahead, continue.
People say stupid shit like this dude, Norm golfing in the crowd, like Smash is killing his own source. I dare you to come on and prove that to the people. If not, if you don't got the balls, then refrain from typing silly shit in the chat. This is proving everything I'm saying. For real talk, respectfully, family. Don't just be a propaganda monster. We here to talk. You see what I'm saying? Me and Garfield sitting here hashing this information out. So what make you think you couldn't just click the link and get your bars off and expose me if my source is proving me wrong? Anyway, sorry about that. It says a recipe from the temple of Efu lists MNN as an ingredient of Aat Neteret, translated as divine stone, which was applied to the image of the Ithyphallic fertility god Min, whom himself was often described as black, like MN, and was also associated with the aspects of Osiris. Thus, based on the results of this study, it would seem that both practical and theological associations with bitumen are responsible for the increase in its use. So they saying they was trying to be black like the god. It says in the dark color blondes in general, in the latest periods of Egyptian history, and its democratized death and the transformation of the deceased into Osiris.
Right, the divine black.
And even the Greeks developed a concept out of this called the perfect black that we could find in Greek writings. But the point is, why would they even make their god black, and why would they even do all of this? And then I think it's already well put forward by the scholar here. And then we can let people get the source on this. I'll read it one time and share the article in case people want to refute it. It's called The Significance of Petroleum Bitium in Ancient Egyptian Mummies. Oh, they didn't let me post it, so I'm going to put it in the private chat for y'all because I couldn't post a link to your thing.
Yo, Smash, can I ask you a question?
Peace. What's up with it?
What's up, bro? So, for me, with the whole argument about ancient Egypt being black, again, and you said you had the sources to prove it, but I learned pretty much the same thing throughout history. I was always taught that the first Egyptians came up the Nile from present day Sudan. You saying that's right?
Yeah, we got source material that proves that. And even every time they wanted to form an army, they would go to the south. And it wasn't just that you couldn't say they was forming slave armies. That don't make no sense, because we got the primaries that even when they say, oh, it's funk out here, we need a king, they say a king will come from the south. And sometimes they talk about the south of Egypt, and sometimes they're going further than the south of Egypt. So,
Right. This is what I'm asking you. I feel like everybody understands that Egypt was people came in, the Hyksos came, the Romans came at one point. But I'm like, why is it so heavily disputed that the first ancient Egyptians were black if they came from sub-Saharan Africa?
I don't know, but let me address the comment on the screen, because this guy, shout out to you, Norm. You should be paying me, not Garfield. I'm the one who about to teach you this. My Cash App is Smash Rock. No, I'm not saying not Garfield. This is his show. But I'm just addressing you appropriately because I'm about the one who's about to teach you how you're in error. So it says, see, Smash kills himself. He is showing they are not black in color in the 12th. No, that's not what that showed you. You got to know how to read the data. So look, I could even go back here and show you something. All right. But they gave us time periods, my good brother Norm, and you just didn't listen. Straight up, maybe because you wanted to form your argument based on your presupposition. But if you look at the data, can we please just show this one more time so the brother can see he don't even. Oh, you got to take his comment off the screen. Now, 0 to 9 used the bitumen from pre-dynastic times to the second intermediate period. After the second intermediate period, we get the 12th dynasty. Obviously, they don't got no specimens from the 12th dynasty to the 17th dynasty, but you wouldn't know that because you might think the second intermediate period lines up to the New Kingdom. So you in the chat and put a comment on the screen talking about stuff you clearly don't know anything about. Let me go back and find a comment to show how wrong it says. See, Smash kills himself. He is showing they were not black in the color in the 12th. So I presume since it was an incomplete sentence, you were talking about 12th dynasty. The chart and the data does not even include the 12th dynasty. As everyone who knows what a second intermediate period is and a new kingdom is should know that off GP from looking at a data chart. But what black people like to do is look at stuff like this and see how colorful it is. See anything else but read the legend. The legend is in this box, good brother Norm. The legend describes to you how to read the data on the chart. Then the classifications are next to on the bar graph, basically. You can see pre-dynastic to second, 9 of them, out of 9 of them, none of them used it, bro.
Oh, hold on, Smash. It says pre-dynastic to second intermediate period.
Exactly.
So from pre-dynastic is any time before 3100 BC, and second intermediate period ends at 1570 BC.
It goes up to the 11th dynasty, and he put the 12th. He said, I was showing you something that they didn't have in the 12th. I don't even know what he's talking about.
No, what he's saying, I get what he's saying. Because the 12th dynasty is in the Middle Kingdom. So when the second intermediate period passes the Middle Kingdom, which would include the 12th dynasty. So he's actually correct.
Okay. No, I see what you're saying. But no, but he's actually incorrect.
Correct me though.
But I see what you're saying, but let me clear it up. Because look, it says none of them used it. He said I showed y'all that they wasn't black.
Right. None of them used it.
Yeah, exactly.
See,
this for the brother Norm and for all of us listening, this side that Ptolemaic to Romans showing us that they had to use something to make themselves look black. Not this side over here. You feel me? So just for everybody, because again, in all our humility, I'm just saying I'm presenting it, right? But I'm not about to say that ain't nothing I'm about to say like y'all couldn't point to something. What we need to understand is what you just cleared up. All right, that this the second intermediate period and not the first. So it will be inclusive all the way up into the New Kingdom, which actually you just helped me more because he said I showed that they wasn't black in the 12th, right?
Let me tell you, I think what he's doing. He's looking at the color and saying that these people, because they don't show no black, that's what it is.
Oh, you think that this is black and white like that,
That's how the believing brain works. You see what I'm talking about? The believing brain, that's how it works. Because
this white don't mean they was white. It mean that that's the numbers that they analyze, family. So shout out to you for the content, Norm, and I appreciate it. Peace. I mean, you know, I've been talking for a while, Garfield, so I'm a surrender.
All right, cool. I'm gonna I gotta address something real quickly with hold on a second. H, did you want to bring up anything, our chat, before I go any further?
I wanted to get back to the historical Jesus.
You want to talk about historical Jesus?
Yeah, that's where I thought we was headed.
All right, so let me before we do that, let's take a look at what's his name? Billy Carson, because his name is in the title, and I don't want to put his name in the title and don't mention what he actually did. All right, hold on 1 second. Right here. Here we go, right here. Let me get this video. Let me get this video right here. Put it on the screen. We're going to get it cracking for a little bit. All right, so here we go.
This is all fake. This is all lies. And we know that in the Emerald Tablets, which is my book compendium of the Emerald Tablets, that the majority of Jesus' teachings in the New Testament come directly from the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, which are 38,000-year-old teachings.
I heard that 38,000, 36,000 teachings.
I like to welcome back Billy Carson. How you doing, Billy?
Hey, great. Look, great to be back. Thank you for having me back on your amazing show.
Thank you so much for coming back, brother. I mean, our last conversation broke over 1 million. I think it's at 1.2 million right now. So people like you and I having a conversation. So I think the catacombs in St. Peter's is where all the popes are.
Yeah.
So I went down to that area and all the popes are there, and I turned a corner and it's St. Peter's resting space. Like it's the Apostle Peter. It was insane. So as I was going through all of this, the main thing I thought myself was, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, is that this has little to do with Jesus. This entire thing has such little to do with Jesus' teachings, Jesus Christ the man, and has so much to do about their own power, their own influence, and maintaining that power and influence over the world. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, you hit it on the head. So, the Catholic religion has literally nothing to do with truthfully achieving a higher sense of consciousness or Christ consciousness. It's really all about them. And even like, for example, the Pope or the priest of the Catholic Church, wherever you are in the world, that's supposed to be the conduit. That's supposed to be God walking in the flesh. Now we know that we are all gods and God is us, but they take it to another level where they truthfully believe that they're the actual creator of the universe walking around in a mindset of domination, not collaboration. And so that's where it goes really south. And then a lot of their rules and laws and their now
I have to ask you this, because this is something else I observed when I was in France and when I was in Italy, is in almost every city I went to, there was an Egyptian obelisk in the center of town. And I'm not talking, in the Vatican, there's one. In Rome, there's one. There's many in Rome. I went to Bologna. There was one in Bologna. There was one in Modena. Like, you just start, and I'm like, in France.
All right, enough of that pseudoism. What do you want to ask about Jesus, man? Let's go.
So, like we were saying earlier, for me, when it comes to this whole historical Jesus, a lot of this information is flimsy, to say the least.
Okay. What is the information you find flimsy?
Well, so you brought up earlier that Jesus had a brother James, right? So what happened to James? Where did James leave off? He had a church. He had, did he have brothers, sisters, anybody else? Where is this family now today? Who tags back to a Jesus? Because when you go back further, and this is what I was saying earlier, you read something, I believe, from Philo of Alexandria, I believe it was, where he talked about Christians. They always talk about this Christians, but never nailing down a specific individual called Yeshua, called Jesus, anything to that nature. So for me, that's not evidence of a single individual, because when you look at Acts, you got to tie all this together. When you look at Acts, they are even conversing about how Jesus's ministry probably will die out because other people just like him had similar ministries. People thought that they were the man. Guess what? Boom, they died.
You said other people like who? Like him who?
Like this character that we read in the Bible, Jesus.
Okay, so he's not real because of that?
No. What I'm saying is the information used to make Jesus real isn't concrete evidence.
So what do you want? All right. Do you know anyone in the 1st century AD? Who's a character you know of the first century? We know Herod. We know Herod's sons, by the way, not Herod king, because he died before the 1st century.
Would Josephus be late 1st century?
Yeah, Josephus was born 37 AD.
Right. And he's writing around 90, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, nobody in Jesus' own time frame. Not until Paul and 50.
You said nobody in his time frame. What is a nobody? Paul is writing about him. What are you?
What? 30? What? 55?
Yeah. He's talking about him from 47 AD or 49 AD. So what?
Right.
What do you want though from anybody else? You're making Jesus, you're making him more real than I am. And I'm gonna tell you why. You want him to be this popular guy that everybody knew. That's what the Christians want you to think. No, he wasn't popular. He's like the dude. He's like your friend, your next door neighbor right now. That your next door neighbor is as known to the conscious community as much as I know him. That's who Jesus is, and we want it to be Barack Obama. That's what the problem is.
But doctor, that's what the Bible shows he was.
No, that's the point.
People were lining up outside.
That's what I'm saying to you. You're believing more into the narrative more. You can't believe in the narrative. The narrative is embellished by the person who is writing it.
So how are we supposed to believe Paul then, the first person to write this embellishment?
Well, it's called a theological writing. This is what creative writers do. He's basing Jesus on a belief. It don't have to be 100% true. It's based on a belief that a Messiah is coming back from the lineage of David. Right. So that's a belief. It don't necessarily mean that everything in the story is true. They weren't writing history. They're writing what's called what we call today historical fiction. That's what right. So for you to take it literal is way off from the jump. Because if you're not a believer, why are you even thinking about it in a literal way? We shouldn't be doing that. We're doing ourselves a disservice. Jesus existed is not a big deal. It's only a big deal to a believer in the religion.
Right. I would agree. However, we have to remember that the evidence supporting his supposed life.
What evidence are you talking about?
Right. That's what I'm saying. What evidence do you
want?
Other than a religion?
Hold on. What evidence do you want? All right. You know what?
Okay. Look at
this. Hold on. Look at this. Do you know Apollonius of Tyana? Do you know who that is?
I'm not familiar.
All right. He's a first century guy who people say, hey, he existed. There's no doubt about him. And the issue is he's not Jesus. Now he's not a part of a religion. So there's no controversy of if he existed or not. You see, the issue is nobody is saying in Jesus' time period that he did not exist. So let's slow this down a little bit. What I'm going to bring up, something to help us out right here. And just basically bring it up. I'm going to bring up something on Wiki, the historical method. This is what I'm going to do. And we're going to look at what they do and see if we can apply it to what this conversation is saying. All right? All right. Let's look at different things that they have. They have the historical method. They have what's called source criticism. When was the source written or unwritten produced? Where was it produced? By whom was it produced? From what pre-existing material was it produced? In what original form? We can't identify this originally because we have copies and we don't know directly who wrote the books per se. The only person we know for a fact who wrote their letters is Paul. We don't know, and it's only 7 letters that are considered legitimate.
Right, 7 out of 13.
Those 7 letters, in my opinion, talks about a historical Jesus. In my opinion, that doesn't have to be yours. What happened is when he's born from the seed of David, when they talk about that part, of course, Carrier has his own little explanation or whatever. But based on what the majority of scholars, pretty much 99.999% of the scholars say, it's talking about somebody, the seed of David, from a lineage. So you're talking about somebody born from a woman. You're talking about a real person.
Correct.
Now, does Paul talk about supernatural stuff? Hell yeah. So we can't mix up the supernatural with natural because that's a theological writing, but it has history in it. When he says he goes up to Jerusalem in 3 years and came back and then went up again 14 years and there was a famine, there really was a famine in all of Rome. That's a marker. That's a time marker. When did that famine happen? Like around 46, 45 AD. So that at that time, you minus 17, you get around 28 AD. You have Paul persecuting Christians while possibly when Jesus was alive.
Right. Now stop right there. Mm-hmm. Paul persecuting Christians. How valid is that? What other sources of evidence do we have where an individual would go after somebody not even in their religion? Christianity would have been seen as fringe, would have been seen as individuals who were way off, considering the Messiah that they were describing does not meet the criteria of the Hebrew. They also don't match as far as...
No, they were persecuting. They were persecuting them because of their stance.
Who sent Paul to persecute? Wouldn't it be Rabbi Gamaliel?
Yes.
So where is the evidence that Rabbi wasted his time sending Paul out to kill or persecute anybody?
What evidence do you want of that? What would be
what
evidence?
I'm saying is the consensus.
You're asking for so
where
much.
Did Paul
Like,
come from? He's a fraud.
Listen, do you know Jesus Ben Ananias? You ever heard of him?
I have.
All right. What evidence do you
Rabbi
have?
Tovia Singer's,
what evidence do you have of anything that Josephus wrote about it? What evidence do you have? You got to realize these are groups who are enemies living. They're living under the Romans, bro, and they're enemies. Nobody cares about these small little groups. It's the Bible that makes them bigger than what they are. You're thinking. I'm trying to tell you, you're trying to make Jesus Obama. You're not. What you're going to have to do, bro, is take a step back and ask yourself why this guy came out of all the different Jesuses that there. Why did he win? The issue is this is Jesus of Nazareth, and a few people felt he was the Messiah. That's it. That's it. James, I'm gonna say something about James now. Jesus is the only person that had a father named Joseph and a brother named James in history. That's how we know we're talking about the same Jesus of Nazareth that's in Josephus and the same one that's in Galatians 1:19.
Yeah, but doesn't Josephus name a number of Jesuses?
24. He specifically names them and tell you who they are. Yep.
Right. So which one of them, though, is this Bible character?
The brother of James, who was called the Christ. Who was called the Christ? Jesus. He had a brother named James and a father named Joseph. And that's confirmed where? It's confirmed in the Talmud too. It's the same guy.
The Talmud has several Jesuses too, and none of them
not considered a Messiah. Not considered a Christ or a Messiah. That's the big difference. You see, everything boils down to this guy. What are we doing? We're fighting. What are we fighting for? I don't believe in this dude. I don't say he's a historical individual. Nobody believe in the dude, bro. We got to stop talking like that. Like if we believe that he's real, oh, you a Christian now. No, bro. He's just a dude in history. The only reason why people fight it because we hate the religion. That's one of the main reasons that we don't know how to look at history from afar. That's it. And it's a probability argument too.
So a predisposed bias due to
my brother Baltimore must be up by 50 or halftime.
Yeah, I'm going to get it. Yeah, it's crazy. The whole thing is they beat the shit out of them. But yeah, it just breaks out the weakness in the community, though. It's actually a weakness in the community. So nobody really cares to have the real information, though. Yeah, nobody actually cares, yo. So I get it. Right? Y'all don't care. We use racialized terms. When academia says it, that's what it is. You, as a black community, you got to go be an academic and get in there and flush out the information. At least, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think we understand that, though, Garfield. So, look, man, we heard the whole conversation today and how it went. All right? So, what you want me to do, bro? Seriously. And then, I mean, like everybody jumpy, you know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Look at this guy, Mr. X. Paul was not real. All right. Paul was not real.
But do it matter, though? What effect does it have on the history of humanity, on the history of anything? Like, if Paul and all them people was real, they didn't know the rest of the world. Like, everybody got their stories. So we should just use the same dynamics that we use against Christianity, Islam, and Judaism on the Egyptian religion. It's the same, right?
Right. Hey, you know what's crazy? Unc? They want to say Christianity comes from Kemet. If we give them that conversation, so they want you to remove this spooky Christianity, right? With Jesus and go back to Egypt for more spooky, the original spooky. So we want the original spook. We don't want the fake spook. We want the original spook and be more spooky, and that's going to help us as black people.
But see, I don't think it's that easy. I don't think you can just say that we think it's Kemet or they stole it. There are concepts that we see within Christianity that are parallel in Egypt. Baptism.
But why would you care though? Because remember, y'all said, watch this, because y'all claimed the invaders came in. So by that time, it was all invaders anyway, right? I'm done with that. I'm out of there, Mr. Garfield.
Well, I mean, that's a good point, huh?
Right? By time Christianity was formed, the original population was gone. So y'all want to take credit for invaders? Bringing forth Christianity? That'd be crazy. See, nobody thinks about that. I'm going to say it real slow.
that idiot Chief X didn't realize why I brought up Diop in the sit down with Jamar. Remember you had told me, remember to go there and be black and eyes, just be black. We was about to hit them with that same argument you just said.
It's simple.
If you say the Egyptians was white at the time, they're giving them credit.
Yeah, why would y'all care? Y'all would say, you know what? It was really the invaders anyway. The hell with Christianity. See, right? You can't have it both ways. Man,
exactly.
listen, man, look, I'm gone, man. Let me get out. Let me stop live streaming. Right? A lot of confusion going on. None of the moderators block nobody, not less they disrespectful. People got the right
to
say they wrong and all that.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off.
I just want to make this point. Everybody got a right. I'm freedom of speech. You can say Ank is wrong. You can say Garfield is wrong. You know what I'm saying? If Saul let her come on over here and say I'm wrong, he can say that. I feel like he wild as hell with the promotion of Pseudos. I don't agree to that, but that's that man's channel. But that's what we all doing. I just decided to do the content my way. I don't have a problem with content. That's what we're content creators. I've never said I was a doctor, lawyer, politician, none of that. I'm a YouTuber that brings scientific literacy. I never said I was anything more than that. So all I'm saying is, let them people do that. Let people got to have their word. Let them have it. Now, if you start cussing the person out in the chat, being disrespectful to the woman, then your ass is getting blocked. And the moderators know how to do that. But on general conversation, I don't believe in vaccines, beat their ass up in the chat. Let them say it. I think Ank is wrong, Garfield is wrong, Garfield a Christian and all that shit. I'm saying in the community of skeptics. Now, when it comes to the pseudo killers, then we can have a full discussion. Maybe y'all want Hitler rule, where you can't say nothing. But in the community of skeptics, you can say what you want. Freedom of speech. I don't have a problem with that. As long as you ain't cussing people out, don't disrespect nobody. Even if the people is on live talking shit about me, I know how to handle these niggas, right? Because they die at their sources. We're gonna stay winning, Garfield. Look, man, I'm out, man. Let's see how that debate go, though. Let's see how they really want to do it. Let's see when we talk about the bread and how the bread gonna go. See, that's the only thing gonna stop it is the money. Because I ain't sharing shit. If it's a four-way split, it's a fucking four-way split. I'm not doing you get this. I'm not doing that.
Work it out. Work it out.
Yeah, because I'm saying I know I deserved it, Garfield. I don't know about you. I'm gonna speak for. I don't know about Reggie. I'm telling you what I deserve. Reggie, you go ahead and give your part to Sarnetta. Do that. Right.
It'll be a good show. I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, everybody will play for that ticket. They pay for that ticket. But I'm saying is the business very simple, right? If you got 4 people involved, right? If you got a promoter, if Sarnetta going to be the promoter, think he earned that. You know what I'm saying? Then let's sit down and split the shit. Or it's not gonna happen. Yeah, I'm not doing. I know Smash ain't trying to hear that shit. Garfield, you trying to hear that?
Bro, I'm not saying you know what it is.
No, I don't know. I don't know what it is. You on the fence? What is it?
I'm doing. If it ain't a split, I'm not doing. Bro, I'm not.
Hey, Reggie, but Reggie need to split his money with Sarnetta. Reggie, give Sarnetta give Sarnetta get his half, and then split your half with Sarnetta. That's how that's gonna work. Yeah, then we straight. Yeah.
All right. Peace and love, y'all. Family, we out of here. Peace and love. Thanks for the support. We'll be back on tomorrow, 6 p.m. Agree to disagree with Thunder. All right. Peace and love. We out.
Man, big up to the community skeptics, man. Like and subscribe to all the channels, man. Like and subscribe to Garfield Podcast. Like and subscribe to the Pseudo Killers Community Skeptic. Like and subscribe to Sarnetta, man. Like and subscribe to Brother Reggie. My fault, he don't got a channel. My fault.
Dang.
Like and subscribe to the channel. He will have one day.
All right. Peace and love, family. Here we are.